welcome back to the Football Social with Sky Bet. Following a week off from the internationals, we are back, and what a show we have for you. 6 Premier League games. And what a sofa we have as well. Firstly, back by popular demand, our good mate, Cheeky Sports.
Come on!
Come on! That is, we haven't turned his mic up. That is Dave's normal level, isn't it?
It is. I
love it.
Don't worry, listen, I'm just getting warmed up. Do you know what I mean? Just
Christ.
You, know what I mean?
You are watching our feature game, our main game. So remind us what that is, in case we don't know.
Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Listen, it's the biggest game of the weekend. Do you know what I mean? Forget about what else is going on. This is the game you want to know about.
OK,
that's
so you're going to give us all the updates of that. Are you confident?
Everything. Oh, look, without a shadow of a doubt, mate. 3 points. 3-pointer.
Very confident. Chris Hamill, our good friend Chris Hamill. How are you, mate?
Good friend, yeah.
You're
definitely good friends.
Friends, I like it. You're watching our second game.
I brought Joe as well, along with me. Ginger banter. Anyway, yes, I am watching Watford against Liverpool. Probably will dabble in the Manchester United game as well, significantly better. I do think that Watford are going to be onto a hiding here. Mo Salah has got 5 against Watford. Sane? No, he's got 3. And I do believe that Firmino has scored 4 in his last 5 against Watford as well.
Massive stats.
Love it.
Yeah.
I put a quid on each of them to score first.
Wow.
Really hedge my bets.
Like that. So, Dave Jackson, you're in social corner, so remind the viewers how they can get in touch.
At Football Daily, at Soccer AM. I can't move properly, I've got the stupid earpiece in, but I want your questions to come in so we can answer them. Plenty of energy today. I'm absolutely buzzing that you're here, Smithy. I'm here, man.
Thank you, mate.
I love it.
We're all buzzing that everyone is here by the sound of it.
I meant Mane.
He's
just clocked. Just got his name. Mane, not Sane.
There you go. Mane, not Sane. Will Brazier is in the armchair. He's got his own chair because you are multitasking, watching all the 4 other games. Remind us what games you're watching.
Yes, mate, best of the rest. We've got Everton versus Cardiff, West Ham versus Man City, Fulham versus Southampton, and Brighton versus Leicester.
Which one are you most looking forward to out of them, quickly?
It's so hard to pick, but I'd have to go for Brighton-Leicester.
Come on, the Foxes.
OK, and of course, as well as all of that, we will have loads of in-play betting courtesy of our friends at Sky Bet. And as usual, we do have the legendary Football Social accumulator. Here it is. There we go. Legendary, it is indeed. We have won one as well, it's worth pointing out. So this is what's going on today. Cheeky Sport Dave has gone for a home win.
Come on!
OK. Unsurprisingly, Man United versus Crystal Palace. I'm scared. I've gone for a home win. Fulham versus Southampton. I do think that's going to be a Fulham win, Dave. I'm confident.
You think so, yeah?
Yeah, first game in charge for Claudio Ranieri.
Yeah, listen, but you've got to remember, like, obviously Southampton are re-energised about the fact that, you know what I mean, they were responsible for VAR coming into the Premier League next season. Dave
Jackson's gone for an away win. Leicester to beat Brighton. Will has gone for a home win. Everton to beat Cardiff at Goodison Park. Chris Hamill's gone for Liverpool to beat Watford. Quite emphatically, he said earlier.
Leroy Sané is going to bag a hat-trick for Man City.
And I think Leroy Sané will score for Man City against West Ham. Away win. So all of them have been put into an accumulator. Now you can get odds of 25 to 1 with Sky Bet. Don't forget you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. All odds are live and subject to change. So there we go, 25 to 1 for that. We can have a look at the Premier League table. Unsurprisingly, Man City's still top. They always seem to be top of the Premier League. Many people's favourite to win the Premier League again this season. 32 points from 12 games with a goal difference of plus 31. Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Spurs in fourth. We can have a look at the bottom of the table. Huge game for Claudio Ranieri. First game in charge for Fulham. They are rock bottom, 5 points from 12 games. Huddersfield and Cardiff make up the bottom 3. Right, Dave, going to come to you first because our feature game, as you said, is Man United Palace. Whenever we do the top topic for this show, it's usually Mourinho related. It is again this week because he was quite vocal in his press conference. This is what he had to say.
Until the end of December, if I'm not wrong, we have 8 Premier League matches to play. And 8 Premier League matches. If I'm not wrong, if it's not 8, it's 7 or something like that. But I think there are 8. And 8 Premier League matches, we are speaking about 24 points. 24 points for us to fight, 24 points for the other ones that are in the top 4 to fight too. But I believe we are going to be there.
Interesting, Dave. He thinks Man United fans shouldn't be worried about the top 4, that you'll be there come January. Looking at the table now, as we've just seen, Man United 8th, 20 points from 12 games. Spurs currently occupy 4th, 27 points from 12 games. Do you agree with what Mourinho said there?
First and foremost, brilliant mathematics. You know what I mean? 8 times 3, 24. Spot on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We got to give him some praise. We got to give him some. We got to give him some applaudits for that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can ring him off like that. Secondly,
are we only applauding the fact that
No. You know what I mean? That's we got to get that first one out of the way. Now we've got to talk about the real business. Listen, Manchester United belong in the top 4. He's going to be able to do it again. I think by the time it hits after Christmas, 24. But listen, 24 points.
I'm not sure.
Listen, it all starts. I'm not sure.
Listen, you're a lovely guy. I started the show off, you know, preferring Joel. You're winning me over. But I don't think Man United are going to get top 4.
Well, I think you're going to be the exact same way you were about Mane and Sané.
Let's know what you guys think as well. Get your questions in. Dave is doing social. We want to know, will Man United finish top 4? The graphic is there. Dave, what are people talking about? Have we got a lot of comments from Man United fans?
There's a first question, actually, from FIFA Bros HD. It's a great name.
Fantastic.
He said, do you think Martial should leave Manchester United? If so, who is the perfect replacement?
We were talking about this earlier, weren't we? I'm a massive anti-Martial fan. I can't understand why he doesn't play more for Man United. With regards to that question, what are your thoughts?
I'll be like, oh, hell no. There's no way he should be leaving Manchester United. Listen, Manchester United is... Listen, look, for as Man United have been so far, since the Fergie era, yeah, it's been a bit dirty. But the reality of the fact is, it don't get much bigger than Manchester United. Listen, if you really want to prove yourself, puff your chest out, see what I mean? Besides, hitting the bench press. What you need to do is, he's just got to get down there, put the work in. Oh, thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of the bench. But you know what? You've got to put the work in. You've got to put the work in. And if you do it at Manchester United, you can do it anyway.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's
6 in his last 5?
He is. Do you know what I mean? And the reality of the fact is, if he scores today, he will be up there with, in terms of consecutive goals in the Premier League, up there. I think there's only like 5 others that have been able to score.
He's on a good run of form,
isn't he? Fantastic run of form right now.
Do you agree with Dave there, Chris? I mean, the Man United part of it, not the bench pressing bit of it.
I don't do much bench pressing myself. You might be surprised to learn. But, I mean, I do think that he was forcing the issue in the summer, wasn't he? He wanted to go. I think Ed Woodward played his hand quite wisely in that he was sort of half backing Mourinho and half saying, to the players like Pogba, Martial, maybe not directly in not so many words, that, listen, there's every chance you guys might outlast this manager. We want to sign you down to long-term contracts. They're currently in the process of trying to convince him to sign a contract, aren't they? That's why he's playing week in, week out now. That wasn't the case last season. It dropped after that Brighton game, wasn't he, along with Rashford. But I mean, if Romelu Lukaku is not scoring at the minute, not scored in 10, they are heavily reliant on Martial at the moment, and his stock is just on the rise. I think they'll probably be offering him what he wants if he can maintain this purple patch, yeah.
Dave, let's have a look at the team news. Team news is in. This is the Man United team. Ooh. David De Gea in goal, Darmian right back, Smalling, Lindelof and Young, Pogba and Matic sitting with Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Martial in behind Romelu Lukaku. Thoughts on that side?
Dynamic, mobile, pacey, beautiful. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got Lingard on one side, you got Martial on the other. Obviously, you got the static man up top, Lukaku. And you got Magic Matter in the middle. Pogba. I think Pogba's probably going to be switching places with Matic there, actually, on the left-hand side of it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Just pulling the strings there. But Darmian is a person that I'm a bit afraid of, to be honest with you.
OK, interesting. Yeah, Paul Pogba, of course, recovering from the muscle problem that ruled him out of the Manchester derby. One of 4 changes for Man United. Juan Mata, Lukaku and Darmian also start. Let's have a look at the Crystal Palace team. One change for Roy Hodgson to the team that lost at home to Tottenham, and it's a big change because Wilfried Zaha is back and returns to face his former club, while Jordan Ayew is named on the bench. So they go with Hennessy at the back, Wan-Bissaka, Tompkins, Sakho and Patrick Van Aanholt, with MacArthur, Piatti, Mihojevic and Maya with Townsend and Zaha. A lot of pace in that team, Chris.
Yeah, there is. I really like Wan-Bissaka at right back as well. I think he's been one of the breakthrough stars of this Premier League season. But I do fear for Palace. Their record against United is terrible. I don't think they've beaten United in 18 games. I think they've without a point in their last 11 visits to Old Trafford. So I think this is only going to go one way, and that is in Man United's favour. But I'd like to see United put away a few goals.
That's it!
You've been defensively awful.
That's it! The first 3 points on the 24! It's coming today!
They will take a lot of heart from the fact United have conceded 21 goals. You have been awful defensively. And Darmian's actually defensively very sound, so he might have been put in there. I know that Shaw's suspended, but I think he might fare quite well against someone like Zaha because he's not going to go forward, he's not expansive. He'll defend solidly.
These are the scenes, Dave. United In the tunnel, Ashley Young as skipper. David De Gea looks very calm, doesn't he? As he always does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just adding zeros onto his proposed new contract in his head now, isn't he?
So big game for Man United.
Huge game.
If anything.
Man United against Palace is our feature game. Dave is very excited.
I just love football.
These are the pictures. Palace there. You do love it. Crystal Palace. Big game for them as well. Without winning 7 games in all competitions against them, not won any of their last 7 Premier League games. Palace. It's a big game for Roy Hodgson as well.
Listen, it's a massive game for Roy Hodgson. People keep forgetting that, you know what I mean? Palace, obviously, they've only picked up 1 point at home this season. There's points they've been on the road. So, although it seems like it's all great for Manchester United, there are some dangers there because Palace do like playing big teams away from home.
Yeah, big that Zaha is back as well. Also, Palace, interestingly, 100% losing record when conceding first in the Premier League this season. 8 defeats out of 8.
Yeah, I think Man United have ever lost at Old Trafford in the Premier League era after being up at half-time.
Correct, yeah. Man United have never lost, that's correct.
It's crazy,
when leading at half-time, never lost a game. In fact, the time they came closest this season was when you were last on this sofa against Wolves.
I'm telling you, mate. And you brought up that stat. You brought it up, mate, and my heart.
Traore had the chance, didn't he, in the 90th
Mate,
minute?
I'm telling you. Crush it. You know what I mean? I'm here. Like, you know, last time I sat here, I was wearing the red shirt. I was like, nah, it's redemption today. Redemption.
Wearing the pink.
Absolutely.
Pull it off well, mate. You look in great shape, Dave.
Listen, I'm telling you, mate. It's a bit of bench press. That's it. You know what I mean? Forget about leg day. Nobody cares. Put some jeans on. Don't ever wear any shorts. You know what I mean? There you go.
Got to show me there. These are the scenes at Vicarage Road. Watford against Palace. Javi Gracia names 3 changes for Watford. Etienne Capoue returns from suspension and captain Troy Deeney returns from injury. Adam Messina also starts for Liverpool. Dejan Lovren and Jordan Henderson are Liverpool's 2 changes from the side that beat Fulham at home. Fabinho drops to the bench, but Joe Gomez misses out. Interesting.
Really, what do you find interesting about that?
Those are the scenes. Lots of it. There is Jurgen Klopp.
Oh, David De Gea has cut his hair.
Yeah, it's followed in the way of
Full
Fellaini.
Britney. Yeah, of course. I think that's in response to Mourinho saying, you know, that everyone's a spoiled baby and they're very social media orientated. Do you think that a couple of the players have just gone out and gone like, give me number 2 all over, otherwise Jose's going to...
Yeah, because listen, I'm going to be honest with you, like...
blow his top.
What I don't understand is obviously Fellaini got his hair cut in that, but where's the shape up? No shape up going on there, just did himself. There's a bit of a dead trim, innit? It's a bit of a dead trim. Come on.
There is the prolific Liverpool front line. Salah, Mane, Firmino. There's goals in that Liverpool team. Chris Hamill's gone for a Liverpool win in our accumulator for that against Watford. There's a lot for Watford to do today. Chris, did you give us a score prediction for that? You just think it's going to be a very emphatic Liverpool result?
I mean, Liverpool have been pretty defensively sound, haven't they? As for Watford before... the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think that they suffered a 3-0 loss, didn't they? But I anticipate it being 2 or 3-0 to Liverpool, yeah. Watford under Gracia have been defensively sound and they set up really narrow and they've got Capoue in midfield, they've got Will Hughes in there who sort of protect the back four quite well. They play pretty directly as well, decent press on them, but... Yeah, Liverpool have got too much, but we'll ultimately have too much, I think. But Watford, I've liked the look of them at the start of this season.
Yeah, these are the scenes at West Ham. West Ham versus Man City, big game for them. Andy Carroll is in a West Ham matchday squad for the first time this season after recovering from an ankle problem. He makes the bench. The Hammers make 2 changes from their draw at Huddersfield before the international break. Robert Snodgrass is banned and Aaron Creswell drops to the bench. So Mikel Antonio and Arthur Masuaku both starting. Man City, interestingly, make 4 changes from their 3-1 derby win over United. Benjamin Mendy, Bernardo Silva both injured, while Riyad Mahrez and John Stones are benched. So Ilkay Gundogan, Fabian Delph, Leroy Sané and Nicolas Otamendi all start. There are the gaffers. Manuel Pellegrini, former Man City man, of course, won 3 trophies in charge at Man City. And the teams are also at Everton. These are the teams at Goodison Park. Everton versus Cardiff. Everton unchanged from the side that held Chelsea to a goalless draw at Stamford Bridge before the international break. Cardiff looking to win successive games in the top flight. Check this out, for the first time in over 56 years. So this will be a famous victory for Cardiff. Neil Warnock makes just 1 change. Harry Arter replacing Josh Murphy, who drops to the bench. So big game for Cardiff.
What do we think?
56 years, that's a long time.
What do we think for the new setup, by the way? This is the first time I've seen it. This little makeover we've had on Football Social.
Lovely,
I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag the football social.
Let us know what you think.
Very
Comments,
smart.
Dave will pick out the best ones.
Yeah, they're saying they love it.
The new graphics tweet us. Say that straight away. Players are out of Fulham. Fulham versus Southampton, of course.
Oh, we're on the way.
Game in the bottom.
Come on! We're on the way! Come on!
For Fulham from the side that lost to Liverpool, Jean-Michel Seri starts in place of the injured Andre Frank, Zambu and Guisa. Charlie Austin and Matt Targett, Southampton's 2 changes from the side that drew a home against Watford. Danny Ings drops out through injury. Big loss that, whilst Ryan Bertrand is suspended, of course. Big game for Claudio Ranieri. First game in charge at Craven Cottage. So we are underway in our 2 feature games. Man United versus Palace is underway and Watford versus Liverpool is underway. And the teams are out in our other game. Brighton versus Leicester. Brighton, who are looking to avoid a 3rd straight league defeat today, make 4 changes from the side that were beaten at Cardiff last time out. Pascal Gross returns to the starting side after 3 months out through injury. Bruno, Davy Proper and Bernardo also start for the Seagulls. Claude Puel's recalled Shinji Okazaki and Vicente Aborda for Leicester, while James Maddison has overcome a knee problem to start. Jamie Vardy named on the bench instantly, having recovered from a minor injury, but Harry Maguire remains out. So that is all of our games. Will, all 4 of your games have started now as well. So big job on your hands today, keeping up with all 4 games.
Yeah, I've got really small eyes, like I've said before, so it's a tough job for someone like me. But I'm willing to do it for you, Smithy. I love you.
Thank you very much. Very animated from Dave there at kick-off.
Hey, mate, listen, I'm just excited, mate. You know what I mean? When you're getting the first 3 points of the 24, you know what I mean? This is what you got to be excited for. You got to be ready. Martial, brilliant.
Just have to double-check the starting lineup there. Shaqiri starting with that forward triumvirate as well at Liverpool, and he has been exceptional on the international level recently for Switzerland. Absolutely killing it in the UEFA Nations League.
He's on.
Chance for Watford.
He's off.
Great finish from Deulofeu, though.
Why was the
That
line
is
taken?
fantastically taken. We'll see if it's offside now in the replay, but
So goal for Watford, but doesn't...
carved Liverpool open down the centre. Like I said, the wingers coming inside.
It's a lovely flick on that.
Oh, it's
offside.
narrow. He is off. It's narrow though. Narrowly
Great
offside.
finish, though.
It's a great finish.
He's absolutely gassed Van Dijk. Van Dijk looks like he's running through treacle there. What's going on?
So Watford have the ball in the back, but it doesn't catch on. Hey, Dave. Are you OK, or was that just a reaction to the Man United game?
Mate, it was a reaction to the United game, mate. I'm telling you, mate.
Started quite positive.
Yeah, very positive play there, you know what I mean? Lukaku received the ball there, played it off nicely. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant.
I do know what you mean. But nothing. Exciting start in both games. Will, anything going on in your other 4 games so far?
Early penalty shout for Leicester, worked the ball into the air. I think it was Okazaki who went down, but nothing given. Brighton played on, and that's your lot so far.
Thank you very much. Will Brazier nailing the armchair role, as he always does. Dave, before we get any goals in the game, let's go to Social Corner.
Yes, we've got a question from ROR, hashtag the football social. Who do you think will go down?
Hold on. OK, then, let's bring this back round to the Premier League. So, I mean, I think were we all in agreement that Cardiff are pretty nailed on to go down?
No.
No.
I'm saying Cardiff are going down.
Why, Will?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I think you here for it. Cardiff 4, Fulham 2, a game that will live on in the memory. That's the day that the comeback started. Warnock's
I mean, if Sol Bamba can continue his prolific form in front of goal
did
as
a
well.
bicycle kick the other week.
Yeah, Warnock's surrogate son, isn't he?
So if that, based on no stats at all, they're staying up.
Huddersfield have looked absolutely terrible at the start of this season.
I think that's
well.
struggle.
Really struggling for goals. Mounier's. They've got some decent players, Mounier, Aaron Moy. I like, his Wagner's whole kind of philosophy, but I just think the rest of the bottom teams have caught up with him, and unfortunately for them, 2 of the sides that have come up have spent in excess of 100 million, haven't they? So Wolves are going to stay up. I think Huddersfield, Cardiff. Anyone want to pick the last one?
I was worried for Brighton, but
Were you? Brighton, yeah.
I was checking the home form, and I think they've lost 4 of the nearly scored their last 23. So this is not a big game today. So.
Nearly scored there. Who nearly scored and why?
Brighton,
what happened? Explain, elaborate. Thank you, Will.
Ball in from the right-hand side. I think it was Pascal Gross whipping one in with his left foot, in-swinger, but headed away. But Brighton putting on the pressure.
He's been a massive miss for them, Pascal Gross. He was sort of their creative hub last season. I think he assisted most of Glenn Murray's goals. Really fantastic delivery.
Done on fantasy football. It's so many points.
He killed it, and he was an absolute steal as well. Snippet last season.
Dave, all Man United so far. Great start, Old Trafford.
Absolutely.
Talk us through what's going on.
Listen. Pressure. That's what's happening out there. Listen, honestly, it's the best I've seen from Lukaku. Obviously, we're only into the first 5 minutes.
Bowling his way into the 6 yard.
Oh, Man United weren't listening to that pressure, Dave.
I'm telling you, mate. It was beautiful.
Talk us through this chance.
Listen, beautiful ball played into Anthony Martial. Run was absolutely... Look at that.
Onside.
Onside. Beautiful touch on the chest and dispossessed by the defender right before being able to lay off a shot.
Yeah, we're talking about Anthony Martial's prolific form. 6 goals in his last 5 Premier League games, as many as he scored in his previous 29 Premier League appearances. Could become the 4th different United player to score in 6 consecutive Premier League appearances after Cantona, Van Nistelrooy and Cristiano Ronaldo. That is some company, isn't
That
it?
is some company.
Big chance here, Smithy,
Yes, Will.
Dave as well. You might as well have a listen. Southampton working the ball out. It was a shot saved down low by Rico's in goal instead of Bettinelli today. And then there was a rebound as well. I think it was Charlie Austin should have scored. Comes out here. It's a double save. And he's pushed it out for a corner. Huge save. Big 6-pointer. Down at the bottom. It's Gabbiadini. Can't find the net for love nor money. He's gone out for a corner.
Yeah, interesting chance for Charlie Austin, of course, not scored in his last 15 Premier League appearances since April, so a bit of a barren run, but he will argue that he did score recently.
I was going to say that.
He's given off, and recently the announcement of VAR came in, which I'm sure he'll be very happy with. Chris, what's going on in the Watford-Liverpool game? Quite a lively start for Watford, this.
Yeah, I mean, Watford are sort of pumping it along, as we sort of presumed at the start of the game. They're playing 4 central midfielders in midfield, so do really play quite an unorthodox 4-2-2-2. Liverpool, so subsequently working it down the wings, and Shaqiri kind of looking dangerous at the minute, pulling the ropes in midfield there. Look at him, the little tree stump on the ball now. Absolutely love it. I did the World Cup, like, you know, the app. Another ball well collected there by Foster. I did the World Cup, you know, the lookalike app thing, and I got Shaqiri, and I was a little bit upset about it. I mean, I don't. It was only my face. I mean, our lower body's incredibly similar as well. My legs are absolutely tiny. But did you happen to do that app? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And who did you get?
Huh?
Who did you get? Who did you on the app, the World Cup lookalike app?
Good old app.
You didn't do it, did you? You lied.
Nah.
You lied.
Sorry, it's all, mate.
Shocking.
Didn't understand the question.
Just ignored it, didn't you? Making out you did it, yeah.
I mean, it is hard watching a game. Like, I'm just bothering you, aren't I?
Absolutely,
So that's about it, Smithy.
That needs to be
Thank you
swatted.
very much, Samuel. Will, another
With
chance
those
for one of your
arm
games, was there?
You were, sorry, mate?
What's going on in the other 4 games? We're looking intrigued.
I just got a weird face. Everton are pushing on, knocking on the door as well, and Southampton all over Fulham at the moment. So like we said, big 6-pointer. West Ham going up the other end against Man City, winning the corner. So they're not sitting back and taking it.
Okay. Dave, social corner.
Yes,
Let's have
mate.
some of your questions.
There is
Just
a
remind the
question.
viewers how they can get in
They
touch
can.
again.
If you get your questions in either on our Twitter or on the YouTube streams with the hashtag football social. I've got one for Chris here. It says, can Everton finish in Europa League position this season? At Chris.
I mean, I think they're one of the few teams sort of knocking on the door, aren't they? Marcus Silva sorted their defence out in recent weeks, which hasn't been the case, particularly with his teams over the last couple of years. But and certainly not Everton since David Moyes was there. Martinez couldn't coach a very good defence at Everton. Allardyce kind of showed up to an extent, didn't he? But I mean, if Richarlison can carry on in this exciting vein of form, if Gylfi Sigurdsson's creative numbers sort of... Oh, here we go! What? Oh, they've messed it up!
Talk us through it, Hamill.
Oh, sorry, for trying to answer that whole question. A bit of relentless pressing there from Watford in the Liverpool sort of 18-yard box. And they were robbed. They were robbed, and whoever it was failed to put Deulofeu in, and Alisson Becker sort of swept up. But I do think, yes, Everton could definitely qualify for Europa League football, but... Oh, hello. There's going to be no shortage of contenders, is there? Because in that top 4, you know, 2 of the big boys have got to miss out, and I actually think it's going to be Manchester United and potentially... I thought maybe Chelsea at the start of the season, but I've been really impressed with Sarri's men. Potentially, Tottenham, Arsenal have sort of caught up, haven't they, Smithy? What do you think? Europa League, boys?
I agree. I think Man United will miss out, Dave. Totally agree with that. And
Sorry,
I think
you're
it will
wrong,
be
mate.
between Spurs and Arsenal for the 4th place. Before we go on to that, a big groan from you, Will. What happened in one of your games?
David Silva on the left-hand side, crossed one in, the ball came back out to him, and then the magician that he is weaved his way through, got a shot off, but it hit the side netting, and it was that age-old one where I thought it had gone in, but it was just a side netting.
The angle.
It made me look a fool.
No worries. Dave, Palace on the attack here.
Yeah, Palace on the attack here. Milivojevic just got a yellow card not too long ago. Manchester United, brilliant, beautiful break, but dangerous tackle.
Dangerous tackle.
You know the ones you got to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to make one.
You have to make it.
You get the yellow to break up play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So no goals in any of our games so far. Dave, any more questions from Social Corner?
Yes, there is one from Mine FIFA HD who has said, at the Football Social, if Zaha is going to leave, where should he go and why? And that's to all of us. So Zaha, he kind of didn't really work out for him at Manchester United, did it? But,
Yeah, just 4 first-team appearances for United after costing them £15 million. 4 first-team. Rejoin Palace for £6 million.
I think it's going to cost. It's going to cost in excess of 50-60 million to prize him away from Palace.
Absolutely,
so the team's got to be very serious about taking him on. Would you take him?
Go!
There's a goal. Talk us through it, Will Brazier.
Goal in the Olympic Stadium. He had a chance before, but now David Silva has scored for Manchester City. Raheem Sterling down the right-hand side, low cross deflected, and Silva just flicked it home past the keeper. 1-0 to Manchester City.
Deserving. It looks like Man City been very much on top the early
I
stages.
think West Ham have been in Manchester City's half once so far this game, and Raheem Sterling down the right-hand side, working it nicely, and then Silva was there just to flick it past the keeper. Looks very simple, but that's what they're all about, passing, moving, and there you go. Thank you very much.
Tidy finish. So first goal of the day is Man City. Can anyone stop Man City? What was the original question?
How many better than they were last season?
Where would Zaha go?
So I said, will you take him at Spurs?
Oh, absolutely. We were linked with him in the summer, and that was he was one of the players that Spurs were linked with that I thought was a realistic, attainable signing. Because, you know, years gone by, Spurs have no choice have been linked with players that you think we can't attract them for wages or for profile or whatever reason. But I always thought Zaha was one of those realistic players because he went through that period where there was reports that he'd handed in a transfer request, he hadn't, and I just think Pochettino would get so much out of him. I just think he'd be perfect for Spurs. But, you know, I think it is going to take a lot of money to prize him away from Palace now.
He'd have to stay in London. That's what I think. I think he's one of these players that has his home base. He's got his family. He's got his friends. He's got that comfort within London, and I think that's where he would operate as best as a player. I think that's one of the reasons. Obviously, there are many factors as to why it didn't work out at Manchester United. But I'm from his area of South London. Yeah. When he was playing for Manchester United, I used to see him in the midweek, and I was like, Wilf, what are you doing here, mate? A mega bowl. Bowling. What are you doing here on a Tuesday afternoon?
Great value, wholesome family entertainment.
I love bowling. I mean, I can't beat it.
I was like, what are you doing here? Do you know what I mean? But it's you know what I mean? It's his home, his comforts. That's where he likes to be. That's why I think London would be any one of the London clubs, Arsenal, you guys, Chelsea.
Spurs, yeah.
It would be. It would
Do you think that's part of the reason why? Because he wasn't given. I don't think he was given a fair chance, particularly at Man United. But as a Man United fan, as somebody who knows Wilfried Zaha, and you said that was reason. Do you think that was one of the factors why?
Yeah, it was definitely a factor. It wasn't the entire fact. It wasn't the entirety of what it is. Obviously, it was a signing. It was Sir Alex's last signing, to be honest with you. And he was somebody that I think if Sir Alex was around would have developed him into somebody great. But I still think he still has the potential to do that and to be that. But I think it has to be within London. Yeah.
Nurtured an awful lot of talent in the subsequent 5-6 years, have you? So.
Absolutely, no. That was a little shot there, but
Palace's record scorer in the Premier League with 25 goals. Also, the most fouled player since 2016-17. A total of 47 cards have been given for fouls against Wilfried Zaha, which is more than any other player in the Premier League. So Palace fans certainly won't want him to go anywhere. And also, I was at the Spurs-Palace game last week, and he was injured for that. And Palace with Wilfried Zaha, without, just a completely different team.
Absolutely.
Completely different team. Will, chance one of your games?
Yeah, Kyle working it down the right-hand side for Brighton. Really good save by Kasper Schmeichel. Came back out. They won a free kick on the edge of the area. Knockaert standing over it. Lots of anticipation, and he just puts it straight into the wall. But it's what Brighton
the ex-Leicester boy, Knockaert.
Oh, yeah. Knockaert derby.
That's a bit of a petulant streak, Knockaert. I think he's a decent player, but yeah, just...
He missed that penalty, that
was throwing his toys out of the Premier against Watford. Yeah. Whenever he substituted. Oh, wait, it was kicking off,
the famous pen.
Yeah, the pen. You might say.
Cardiff are in at Everton.
Hello, Shaqiri. Now, both teams here playing some tidy football and just kind of petering out in the final third, Smithy. So, you know... Let's see how it goes, but neither side really threatening at the moment, and I'm tempted to jump ship.
Dave, Social Corner, what are people saying, and how much are they enjoying the show so far?
They're absolutely loving the show, Smithy. Seriously, comment after comment of just how much they're enjoying the show.
Excellent.
But we do have a question from RD Kesbuska. He says, at Football Daily, hashtag Football Social, who do you think will...
Goal for Brighton! Will Brazier!
Glenn Murray has scored! Got presented with a trophy before that was similar to me when I won the Clubman of the Year for Meadow Park in 2008. That's what it was. But he scored again today. Prolific. Already 6 goals in the Premier League. This 7th now. And now it's 1-0 to Brighton. They've been banging on the door. It's straight from a corner, in swinging, and he's just got there before everyone else.
It's a classic Glenn Murray goal. Never scored against Leicester before today in 7 games. Club's post-war record scorer with 100 goals in 233 games. He is on fire. That is his 7th Premier League goal this season alone. A classic Glenn Murray goal, that wasn't it?
Straight off the top of his receding hairline, and it's gone into the back of the net.
Off the top
Unbelievable.
of his receiver.
Dave, you like that, didn't you?
Oh, mate, that was quality, mate.
Well worth it. Did you say post-war he's there?
Yeah, he's there
Red-
post-war, yeah.
Post-war, something
He
else,
looks
yeah.
like someone
That was there before.
You know when you see photos of old footballers, and they're always like these like middle-class men with receding hair, like posh blokes, aren't they? Because it was an amateur sport back then. Yeah, Glenn Murray could well have be a time traveller, is what I'm saying here. So
Only the second player to score 100 goals for the club. So he is on fire, Dave, isn't he, this season?
Listen, absolutely.
Your game, what's going on in your game? You've been quite quiet. You started very
you know what? I
animated.
did. Listen,
What's going on?
listen, let me tell you right now, I'm marinating into the game. That's what's happening right now. Just fully soaking in what's happening. You know what I mean? Yeah, marinate. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you do with a chicken, you know what I mean, or a piece of meat. You know what I mean? You marinate it, you let it sit for a minute, and then when it goes in the oven, bang, tasty, beautiful. And that's exactly what's going on right now.
So when are Man United going in the oven?
Yeah, listen, they're going in the... Whoa. Right now, Crystal Palace are trying to go in the oven, but we're picking them up.
So Man United fans watching, I'm sure that hopefully you got a very well-rounded argument of how well your team is doing at the minute.
Yeah, no, listen, Manchester United are doing pretty well in this game. Obviously, to be honest, we haven't had many shots on goal, but not for want of trying.
No real clear-cut chances.
No clear-cut, but not for want of trying. They're trying a lot of stuff, a lot of creativity going on in the game right now, but nothing's really pulling off. But Palace currently are in a pretty good spell of possession right now, just as you asked that question.
He's got the ball on the edge of the box.
That's where he likes to be.
With shot! Ooh, narrowly over the bar. Half chance for Hart. Sorry, Dave, we interrupted you rudely on the social
There's
corner.
a question about Champions League. Do you want to talk Champions League or should we stick to the Premier League? It's up to you guys.
Oh, you started asking.
I've started anyway. So there's a
question.
question about Group C. The Liverpool, PSG,
Napoli.
They're saying who makes it through and who doesn't. Basically.
Ooh, good question. Tough
That was from RD Kepuska. May I pronounce that?
I mean,
wrong.
that
very
maybe a
tough
Red
league,
Star
that.
fan, by the sounds of things.
Goal at Craven Cottage! Huge 6-pointer, but which way's it gone?
Still
it's gone to Southampton.
Just through the goal, Will Brazier. It's a massive goal in that game.
Yeah, they were working it down the left-hand side. Cross came in and it was bobbling around, and then it's Chris Hamill's ex-man, first name...
I mean, he played for Celtic. I wasn't with Stuart Armstrong.
Well, we cannot confirm nor deny those rumours.
I'm going to be fuming, but
it's Armstrong, Stuart Armstrong, who slotted it in with his right foot. I think it took a little nick as well past the keeper because it looked like Rico could have had it, but it's 1-0 Southampton.
I think that's only his third start.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
so
know, I'm not so
big
much-
goal for Stuart
it's
Armstrong.
deflected. Keeper would have had it as well.
In terms of settling into that Southampton side, because he's a decent little player. I like him.
Stuart Armstrong, yeah, huge game. The keeper
Lovely
could have
hair
had
as
it.
well.
Oh, it's just...
Pretty similar to yours, actually. He's got a little
what, the
bit,
hair?
of a, bit of a quaff at the front.
Yeah.
It's
I
nice.
don't know what to do with this hairline. Get your comments in.
It is a big goal for Southampton without winning 8 Premier League games, lost 4, drawing 3 of those lost. But only Premier League win this season came at Palace, scored 8 goals. All
Our
they've scored.
accumulators down the
Go.
screen, mate. Both teams are not going the right way. So
There's still time. It's only...
It's a big goal!
Will Brazier talk us through it.
Goal at the Olympic Stadium. It's 2-0 to Man City, and it's not even... What time are we on, Dave? It's not even
18
20
minutes,
past 3 yet. Raheem Sterling at the back post. Simple tap-in.
What a show.
I think it was Silva to Sterling this time, rather than Sterling to Silva. So, yeah, Sterling in the goals, and it's 2-0 to West Ham. It's Leroy Sané down the left-hand side, doing some magic, working it across, low drive, bit like a FIFA goal. No one defends it.
Easy tap in.
Lovely ball across the 6-yard box.
Raheem Sterling, 3 goals in his last 3 games, 51 goals in 155 games for City. He's a man in form, and he's just made it 2-0 to Man City at West Ham. Dave, what is going on in your game?
Mate, I swear down, it was just a clear-cut open chance there for Crystal Palace. Didn't pull the trigger. Thankfully, didn't pull the trigger.
Zaha to score the first goal, interestingly, is 14-1. He just had a chance just then to score against his former club. It is a price boost with Sky, but don't forget you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. So Zaha, price boost, 14-1 to score the first goal.
That's decent.
It's decent, isn't it?
decent,
He's causing you problems.
Yeah, he is causing us problems, especially when he's
on the ball now.
Again.
It's a chance. Zaha, price boost, 14-1. If you had it on, he's so nearly scored. Right for edge of the box.
Mate.
Big chance, just wide.
Mate.
Past the post. And it was Man United's own wrongdoing there. Giving
our
away
own
sloppily in
wrongdoing.
possession.
You lot are missing a
Big
lot
chance for Zaha.
of meaningless play in the middle of the park here in Liverpool, Watford. So.
Big chance for Zaha. And Palace are causing United some problems.
To be honest, De Gea kind of had it covered there, to be honest with you. But yeah, they are. They
Great
actually
strike,
are.
though.
Fantastic strike there. Loads of space. And our own mistakes again.
Speaking of Zaha, Chris was saying we have him at Spurs. You obviously had him at United.
Yep.
In the form he's in now, would you take him at Man
without
United?
a shadow of a
You
doubt.
would?
Without a shadow. Look. Sir Alex is even on the screen right now smiling. Because it's like, yeah, mate, he's smiling. He's there on the screen there smiling, thinking to himself, like, yeah, mate, I signed him.
Who are you going to swap Zaha out for?
Well, what, right now?
Yeah, in the Man United side.
I wouldn't, but I'd have to miss it.
Chance! Will Brazier, it's all going on in your 4 games. Remind us of the scores.
Such
in your
a
game.
lucky boy. Arnautovic should have scored earlier before, but it was a great save by Edison down low. And they're knocking at the door again. Arnautovic through the middle, and then it's a low drive. Who's
Mikel Antonio, I think.
Mikel Antonio playing up front, and but it's saved by Edison with a little chest away. But still 2-0, but corner to West Ham.
West Ham definitely need to score 1 now, don't they? As this game is.
It could get silly.
It's a big
Could get
spell for
silly.
West Ham. They need a goal badly in that
Could
game.
get very silly.
Apparently, it
But,
could,
I mean,
could
West-
quite naughty, mightn't it?
West Ham have been mauled by the big sides this season.
Yeah. Not Arsenal. We were extremely lucky to beat us.
We were lucky in that game.
Yeah, I
yeah.
said big sides. We have a laugh.
You asked for the banner.
We have a laugh, don't we?
Oh dear.
Hashtag Skybit.
Great stuff, Dave.
Hello?
Half chance.
A rare foray forward there from Watford. Delafeu having a bit of joy down the right-hand side. And I've got to say, Troy Deeney looks in excellent shape.
Me and Dave have actually
He's been
met
ca-
Troy Deeney.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? And did he look in excellent shape?
We actually shared a minus 127 degree. What was it, Dave?
Cryotherapy.
Good anecdote there, Will.
Cryotherapy chamber. Cryotherapy chamber. Ye old cryotherapy chamber, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's what
How was that?
It was fantastic. He's a great guy, to be honest. Did a few pull-ups with him as well in the old gym.
Yeah.
Did you just watch Will, or...?
I wanted to do pull-ups, Chris. I could do pull-ups, but I just chose not to on that occasion.
Yeah, Troy Deeney, interesting. Never scored against Liverpool in 5 games.
I actually fancy Watford to get something.
Do you?
Yeah, I think
We've already put Liverpool on the acca, Dave.
well, that wasn't me. That was.
Hang on a minute. You just predicted Liverpool to beat Watford and just said you think Watford might get something from the game.
I didn't.
No, I
Oh,
predicted that
right,
on the
you didn't,
Acca,
okay.
so-
Start throwing me under the bus.
Hello? Mo Salah's in. Oh,
You know what's funny?
Sweep the keeper. Get in there.
22 minutes gone in the game. Just remind you the score. Brighton lead Leicester 1-0. Everton Cardiff is goalless. Fulham trail 1-0 at home to Southampton thanks to Stuart Armstrong in Claudio Ranieri's first game in charge. It's 0-0 in our feature game between Man United and Crystal Palace. No goals yet between Watford and Liverpool. And Man City already 2-0 up at West Ham thanks to David Silva and Raheem Sterling. Of course, Spurs played Chelsea this evening. Let's go back to our feature game, Dave. Man City Crystal Palace. Interested in one of your games? What's going on now?
Well, Jesse Lingard just had a shot deflected. Martial had a chance to control it. Yeah, I mean, he would have been in on goal, but
You've dealt with that well, because he's
bounced off his foot.
He's going, what's going on in the game now? It's just a close-up of Roy Hodgson for about
You can see it. And he's like,
As an injured Palace player, I thought you'd be talking about injury for Palace. Big news, that. Escaped your mind, didn't it?
big news. Nah.
It's just Man United all the way.
All the way.
You're going to hear from Man United.
All the way.
Wijnaldum should be getting on the end of that. It's a great ball from the tree stump, I believe, into the box. Of course, an absolute assist merchant for Switzerland recently in the
That's a
UEFA
lovely
Nations
ball in.
League.
That is a
It
lovely
was,
ball
and
in.
Wijnaldum should be doing better. He got a few goals for Holland as well. So, Netherlands, I should say. Holland is just a region in the Netherlands. So, every day's a school day.
Knowledge.
And, you know.
That's good, that was.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anthony Martial, interestingly, is a price boost to score next. Is 11-2 with Sky.
you're
But we spoke about him
running
scoring
things. No,
6
he's not.
goals in his last 5 Premier League appearances, as many as he scored in his previous 29. He's a man on fire. 11-2. There it is on your screen right now. Price boost from 9-2. Martial to score the first goal. Don't forget, he must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Fancy Martial?
I do,
to score?
100%. I do fancy him a lot. To score.
Right.
I fancy him to score.
Good looking bloke as well.
I fancy him a lot to score. I think it'll be good for him to share that record with such greatness. You know
How's
what I mean?
Lukaku looked in this game, by the way?
No, to be honest, it's the best I've seen him play for a very
Really?
long time, to be honest with you. Yeah, the ball's just not bobbling off him, it's sticking to him. He's, you know what I mean, as it should.
He has scored against Palace in his last 2 games, hasn't he? So he enjoys the kind of the physical
break on
battle,
it.
I think.
He
as
does.
opposed
Home and
to-
away last season,
He
Lukaku
does.
scored against Palace, but...
Hang on!
Bread to
Oh, don't do it! Don't! Yes!
Yes!
Van Arnold!
Van Arnold!
Awful!
That was a chance.
Awful!
Does that feel like United this season? You're celebrating a missed chance at 0-0
Yes.
at Palace.
Massive
He's
chance.
gone out of his right.
Dave, Cheeky Sport,
He
talk
uses
us
that
through
to
this
put
chance,
on
please,
the
my friend.
Listen, I'm telling you, they were absolutely on the break. It was what, 3 against 2. The ball spreads out to the left. Clear in absolute space, Patrick Van Arnold.
Oh, where's Matteo Darmian?
Mate, he's up doing what you said he won't be doing during this game, mate.
He's in the box, Van Arnold. He's
Exactly, nosebleed
territory.
territory. What's he doing up there? Know your place,
Chance for
Matteo.
Palace, that big chance for Palace.
Mate,
And Zaha and Matic not happy. They're having a few words. Andros Townsend just calming it down. But big chance for Palace, that. Should at least hit the target.
listen, huge chance for Palace that. You know what I mean? You don't put them away, you get punished. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to punish them.
Yeah.
Did Matic leave one there on Zaha then? Because
Zaha's not happy,
he
is he?
looks fuming.
Yeah.
Absolutely seething.
Will, what's going on in your games? How have Fulham reacted since going 1-0 down at Southampton?
Not very well at all, really. Southampton's still been putting the pressure on, but West Ham have reacted brilliantly in the game against Man City. Obviously 2-0 down, but they've had quite a few chances. Arnautovic running things there. And James Maddison, my favourite up-and-coming English player, has just been shown a yellow card.
Your favourite up-and-coming, yeah.
Yeah, just really like him.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Go on, then. Come on, ref.
Do you know that no one created more opportunities, created more chances than James Maddison last year in the Championship? Pedigree.
I like that.
Great player. And he's adjusted to the Premier League emphatically.
Oh!
No.
Those balls in the net of Brighton.
That's a yellow.
What's going on there?
Pascal Gross.
You tell us you're watching it, Will.
It's offside, Smithy. It's just offside. Yeah, just offside. Chip the keeper. Looks a bit too... Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Schmeichel's kicking off. Glenn Murray's coming in. Maybe he's heard my comments about his hairline, but I don't know what's going on.
Schmeichel
So let's just stay with you here, because there's a bit of fraud going on. The goal's not happy. What is Kasper Schmeichel complaining about?
Basically, it was offside. It's the old Sunday League tactic. You've gone through, you got the goal, you might as well put one in.
Right.
But, offside, and it's come back, and Kasper Schmeichel wants the ball back. He's sided 1-0 down. Bit of a kick-off, but...
Schmeichel doesn't need a lot of reason to get...
No, I wouldn't want to get in a fight with him. 6'4".
whispers going on over
Big
here.
lad.
No, he's not actually the tallest, I
Is he
don't
not?
think,
maybe I
Kasper.
could take
But he's broad, he's got presence, I'll give you that, yeah.
Fair enough.
And things are back underway at Watford Liverpool after Foster punched Kiko Firmino in the temple, in the Shirley. Shout out to Shirley as well in the gallery. Chore dog.
Hey, chore dog. Who let the chore dog out?
Kiko Firmino back on his feet, but that looked a nasty one. And
Gotta do better.
away we go. Van
Big
Dijk in
chance for
possession.
United, Dave.
Got to do better.
Chris Smalling.
Got to do better there, mate. He absolutely does have to do better there. Matic and Young standing over the ball for a free kick there. Hands over the mouth. You know, speaking a bit of tactics there, and next thing you know, ball comes in, clear header, in space.
Oh, no!
Heads it into the ground and out.
Oh, no!
Oh no!
Instantly
Is that
on that
Leicester
subject,
player?
Chris Smalling.
Oh, James Maddison.
Red card at Leicester. Sorry, Smithy.
Go on, Will, carry on.
We just spoke about him being booked. It was an innocuous foul. He's been booked. And his second yellow is a yellow card for diving in the box, and he's off.
James Maddison.
James Maddison.
We were just talking about him.
My favourite England player. Not anymore, because he's diving, and we don't like that in the game. And he's off for an early bath after about 25 minutes. Leicester are 1-0 down, and they're down to 10 men.
We're going to see the replay now, Will. Is this the right decision from the ref or
It
not?
was a bit Gazares, 96. He's brought it down, and then he just...
Will, it's a lovely touch then. It brings it down brilliantly.
Yeah,
And then
full
in
Tom
the
Daley.
box.
I thought he was going to go through and have one of the goals of the
gone
century,
swimming.
but he's lost his head and he's
Right
dived.
decision from the ref.
Yeah, I can see from here, and I'm miles away from the screen.
And you got tiny eyes.
And I've got tiny eyes.
All to do for Leicester. 1-0 down at Brighton. Only 28 minutes on the clock as well. They trail in terms of the scoreline, and they trail in terms of men on the pitch as well.
Smith.
2 yellows in 2 minutes for James Maddison. He is having an early bath. Dave, Man United Palace. Quietening down a bit, isn't
Hey,
it?
it's quieting down. That's what I'm saying. It's simmering down a little bit right now, to be honest. It's gone on the boil, but it's, you know what I mean? You know when you turn the heat down a little bit? Simmer. It's on a simmer right now. That's exactly what's going on right now. But
A lot of food analogies.
Yeah,
You're a big cook. Big chef.
I'm a bit chef.
What's your
I'm in the
signature
culinary school. Mate.
Chance! Dave, listen, we'll come to your cooking in a minute and the simmering and the food analogies that have been
My
Talk us
days.
through what happened there.
Listen, brilliant ball.
We're listening.
Listen, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Ashley Young on the left-hand side, you're obviously replacing Shaw. Brilliant ball in, off to Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard hits it in, brilliant save.
Oh, it should be
comes
better with
back
that
out,
second one.
comes back out. Yeah, he should have done better with the second one. He had time. He had time in the second one.
Hennessy does well. That's a great
header,
save, the first one.
and just straight into the hands of Hennessy.
I suppose he's trying to generate the power, which is difficult there, isn't he? But
I told you,
Still
listen. I said,
0-0.
listen, I said, don't worry
Anyway.
about the simmer. Don't worry about the simmer down, all right?
No one cares about the United
Straight down
game.
the
Hold
other
on,
end,
hold on.
Palace.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
We want to know Dave's signature dish when he's cooking, all right? And how long do you marinate things for?
Oh, listen, the marination has to be over 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? That allows,
24 hours?
mate, that allows the seasoning to go in. You know what I mean? You don't want the seasoning just to be on the outsides of the, you know what I mean?
needs to go
It needs to go in. Just something to immerse itself. Be one with the
60,
meat.
mate.
You know what I'm saying? that's how we do it around here.
Will. Tell us what's
I'm
going
good.
on.
To be honest, Smithy, I'm gutted because the Acca's over already.
You think the Acca's gone?
I thought you were going to say, to be honest, Smith, I'm good. Just back to you.
David, let's come to Social Corner. Thank you ever so much for your questions. Keep them coming in. What have you got for us, mate?
I have a question from Adetaya Reddy, who has said at the Football Daily, #FootballSocial, name one player who has impressed you and one that has disappointed you the most this season. I'm going to ask you, Smithy.
Okay.
You seem to throw other people on the bus. I'm going to throw you on.
Impressed.
Sorry? Who's most impressed you and who's most disappointed you?
This season,
Yes.
it's a tough one. Who's most disappointed me? Who's most impressed me? You mentioned Wan-Bissaka earlier. I've been quite impressed with Wan-Bissaka.
100%.
And interestingly, his first game when we were here for the Football Social, I remember it was Ryan Sessegnon's first game in the Premier League against Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka, and that was at a time when he was hugely tipped to take the Premier League by storm. I thought Wan-Bissaka had an excellent game, so I'd definitely put his name up there. We were talking about James Maddison earlier, and I would agree with that, although he's not having the best day so far. Disappointing is a hard question. Let's go around and say most impressed, while I can think about who's disappointed me. Dave, who's impressed you?
To be honest with you, this season, Benjamin Mendy has been fantastic. Obviously plays for my rivals out there, but listen, the quality of his deliveries is exceptional, absolutely exceptional, especially having been out the entire season last season.
Shame that he's out again, right?
Yeah, exactly. But he's
the knee as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't bode well for, fullback.
Not at all.
With
relies
the
on
engine
pace
that
and
he's
that.
got,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
An obvious disappointment, if we're talking Man United. I mean, Alexis Sanchez, 1 goal in his last 15 appearances for United. 4 goals in 29 since joining from Arsenal, where he was so prolific. What has gone wrong with Alexis Sanchez?
But he did score the goal to knock you lot out of the FA
He did,
Cup.
yeah. I thought you mentioned that.
I'm absolutely
I knew you would mention that.
dying for the toilet.
He's off!
Where's he going?
Can't handle the banter.
It's done, mate.
Too much banter.
What is
Diving.
look at the camera. What is the difference in Alexis Sanchez on a serious note for you?
Goal!
Ooh, goal!
We'll find out in a minute because there's big goal, Will.
Huge 6 point at the bottom. It's 1-1. Mitro's on fire. Your defence is terrified, and it's 1-1. I think it's a header. Just coming back to it. The replay will be coming up soon, but it's very much game on at Craven Cottage.
The Acca's back on, mate.
The Acca's back on.
It's back on!
It's a well-worked goal,
Big
actually.
goal, Will. Big goal. It's a
goal,
huge
yeah.
6-pointer. Mitrovic, interestingly, having the worst run without a goal for the club, 7 games. This after scoring 5 goals in his first 6 Premier League appearances this season. That is his 6th Premier League goal of the season. Big goal for Claudio Ranieri, 1-1 at the Craven Cottage. So going back to the question, whilst I'm just looking around, 6 games going on, I don't think it looked like we're going to see another goal anytime
City
soon.
are in!
Saying that, Man City!
Oh, great tackle, great tackle.
Alexis Sanchez, talk to me. What is going wrong for him?
It's just, mate, I don't know. I can't put. I don't know.
You can't
I can't even put words into it. To be honest with you, he was so electric that season before we signed him, and it's shocking. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. If I knew the answers, if I had the answers, I'd give them to Jose.
Goal!
Another goal, Man City.
3-0 to Manchester City. Hamill said the floodgates could open, and they have done. Sane, the 3rd scorer of the afternoon, and we've not even at half-time. It was a simple tap-in, worked well, but, just left an acres in space and slotted it round the keeper with his left foot. It's a lovely ball, Bernardo Silva. Sterling, it's a fantastic goal. I'm really doing it a disservice.
What have I missed, Will?
3-0 to... Look at this.
3-0 Leroy
There's an
Sané.
equaliser for Fulham,
Nature
and a 3rd
called.
goal for Man City.
Equaliser for Fulham and a 3rd
missed a
goal
lot,
for Man City.
Leave the room more often.
Honestly, this
Mitrovic.
Manchester City goal, absolutely fantastic. I think it's Bernardo Silva chips it in. Raheem Sterling, first-time cross. Sane, so much time.
What a
One
cultured
touch,
little player Bernardo Silva is.
and puts it in.
Man City on absolute fire. Won the last 7 games in all competitions, scoring 26 goals. They've already scored 3, and we're not even at the half-time stage already. They're absolutely running right. 16 of 19 games in all competitions this season they've won. Top scorers in the Premier League with 36 goals, make that 39. Unbelievable for Man City. Are you slightly worried this Man City dominance is just going to continue for years to come?
It won't continue for years to come. Obviously, a lot of it's a decades. Get out of here, mate. A lot of it, obviously, heavily is down to the manager. And the manager is a fantastic, incredible manager. We've got to be honest with you. Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
What do you think to Didier Drogba's
what I mean?
comments recently that had Jose Mourinho been in charge of Manchester City, they also would have won back-to-back league titles in the last 2 campaigns? Because it's not really something I've thought about, but
I think,
quite a contentious
yeah,
point.
I think that's true. To be honest with you, I think
Yeah?
Jose,
You do?
I think 100%. I think Jose Mourinho suits a side like Man City. To be honest with you, Jose Mourinho as a manager suits a club where he's bigger than the club in essence, and he would be bigger than the club at Man City if he went to Man City from that regard, and he would have had the license to spend the money that.
Style of
Pep has
play
been
is
able to-
very
been
different,
able to.
isn't it?
The
Pep
style of play,
style,
obviously,
Mourinho
yeah, but that's
style.
not the question. The question wasn't about style. The question was about winning. And I believe, I
Man
genuinely
City
believe
was a little
that he
bit
would
more
win it.
conservative in his approach, and he won the
Yeah.
league title there with a Leicester squad. Yeah, he'd definitely be up there. I don't think we'd be experiencing this joyous football though.
No,
would
you
we?
wouldn't be no,
David?
no. I'm not. Well, it's not really joy to me, to be honest with you. Cold-blooded pain.
Dave, any more from social media?
Yes, there's one. Who will be PFA Young Player of the Year? That is from. They haven't left their name, so sorry about that.
PFA Young Player.
I mean, it's quite early to call.
Yeah, very tough on that.
Something like that, an accolade like that at the moment. But I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold in this game, he started the season tremendously well, keeping Klein out of the team still, and playing well in the Champions League as well. So he'd definitely be a contender. You guys got any other shouts? Did everyone answer their question as well?
Good
Brilliant
point.
question earlier as well about most surprising, most
Impressed
disappointing.
and disappointing. Was the question.
did-
Who
I
most
did-
Did
impressed
it get
you?
around to you?
Yeah.
you done it.
So, like, most impressed, I'd say Alex Iwobi for me personally.
Yeah?
I think he's been absolutely fantastic this season. The thing I've been really impressed with is when Arsenal have needed someone to step up, he's the one who actually wants the football, and that's maybe a little something that we kind of haven't had for the last couple of seasons.
If everyone's fit, does he start for Arsenal?
That's a
He's
difficult
he's
question.
a under.
I don't know to be honest. I think it kind of depends on like the team. If we're because. I think he's still got a bit to learn in terms of like defensively and almost have that kind of trust in like a bigger game. But if we're playing non-top 14, then for me he'd probably start every week.
I think there's a lot of elements of his game that are underrated. He's a brilliant passer, as demonstrated on a couple of occasions this season when, I think against Leicester, a game we watched here, his passing into the final third is brilliant. And he's a great carrier of the ball as well. Shaqiri, clear game plan here. Every time Shaqiri picks it up, he's looking for Robertson out on the left. Found him there, but poor cross across the box. So players I've been surprised with, I suppose, the impact Lucas Torreira's maybe had at Arsenal. It's hard to gauge at Arsenal at the minute because they have rode the luck a little bit. Smithy, expected goals, your favourite metric, being the statistician you are,
Loves it.
dictates they should have conceded 9 more goals than they have at this stage of the season.
So they have been lucky.
So they have got the rub of the green. And Lucas Torreira, I think he complements Xhaka really well. He looks like a really savvy
Yeah,
bit of
he's a good
business
player.
at 22 mil. I like
fantastic.
Richarlison down the middle.
Yeah.
Already spoke about him. Anyone else spring to mind? I'm just thinking top 6, to be honest.
Callum Wilson?
Callum Wilson, yeah.
Callum Wilson's a good shout.
That's
Very
a
good shout.
solid shout.
Even Ryan Fraser and Josh King,
David Brooks.
equally as big a shouts. David Brooks as well.
Yeah, David
Young lad,
Brooks. David,
arrived
you know
from
what?
Sheffield Wednesday.
David Brooks. I forgot about, but he's a player I think is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant player, David Brooks. Good shout.
Or is he
Any
Welsh?
other players?
Is it only Premier League only, or
yeah,
are we
probably well.
talking about?
You can. If Premier League was what you're going to say, Sancho or
Yeah, I was
Mason
going
Mount or
to
something like
say,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sancho, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Playing on.
I think what was huge
perfect
about that is Jason Sancho's goal contribution this year has been brilliant in terms of goals and assists. He's also playing for a Dortmund team at the top of the league. They're realistic title contenders. I think they'll actually go on to win the league. He's playing regularly for such a young player. But I tell you what jumped out for me with Jadon Sancho is that when England, he came on, I'm pretty sure he came on for England-Croatia game, which is, let's be honest, that's a huge game for England.
Massive.
At 1-0 down. And that bench, there was a lot of options that England had on that bench.
No doubt.
And Southgate has brought him on as one of his first choice to influence the game.
save.
So
It's
good though, isn't
that
it?
shows you how much he rates him. So I think he's
Is-
a brilliant player. Hammer, what happened in your game? Bit of a great?
Pereira getting a bit of joy down the left-hand side. I've been put in there by Deulofeu, who's sort of floating around behind Deeney to great effect. And Becker, strong save there to his left. Alisson Becker saved 80% of shots that came his way last season, Smithy.
Love
you want
that.
to get past him, you have to try a bit bloody harder than that, mate. All right?
So Man United have been under the cosh. Like,
Yeah?
honestly.
Good stuff.
Like, look at him excited. Wilfred Zaha's just been dazzling inside, outside. Over to Wan-Bissaka. It's a corner at the moment for Crystal Palace. My heart's hurting.
Another player chuck in the mix. Roberto Pereira, I think, had a good season. In terms of the surprise element.
Yeah,
I think he's won 5 Premier League goals for Watford. I'd put Pereira up there. I'll tell you who else as well. Lamela for Spurs has had a brilliant season, and goal contribution is fantastic. The other part was players you're disappointed with. So we've mentioned the players that we're excited with. Any ones that you've been disappointed with?
Yeah, because I remember you mentioned Alexis
Mane's
Sanchez
in.
for
Hello.
disappointment.
Sadio Mane, definitely not Leroy Sané there, who was just tackled inside the box for Watford. Who are defending well, it's got to be said. Ben Foster's made a couple of... he's had to come out and make a couple of commanding punches, but other than that, largely untroubled, barring that lovely ball from Shaqiri into the 6-yard box. So disappointed.
Disappointed, Will?
Okay, back to the question in hand.
We haven't had you for a while. Any players that you haven't quite had the season you thought they would?
Well, I was really excited to see Fabinho kick on for Liverpool coming in, but I saw him against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and he was absolutely shocking. But I don't know if he's kicked on anymore. But yeah, for what, £15 million?
He's someone that's disappointed you a little bit.
Definitely, yeah, for the price tag as well.
He set the world. Oh no! All right.
Kick for Palace.
So disappointing. Dave, you got one? A candidate?
I have. This is a bit strange one, but Callum Chambers, who went on loan to Fulham, I thought this is his opportunity to actually go and get some regular first-team football in the Premier League, and he's just not the player we thought he was. So he'll probably see out his contract, and we'll probably lose a lot of money on him. So cheers, Callum.
I think you harbour a lot of aspirations for more young English talent making their way into the Arsenal first team. You were pretty devastated when Jack Wilshere left, right?
I was upset when Jack went.
So because you've got a vested interest in sort of that profile.
Well, it's more about I just want good players. I think there's the longest time our squad just simply was not good enough. And you kind of hope that a player like Callum Chambers can go out and just prove himself. And you kind of look at the other side of it, where someone like Reece Nelson has gone to Hoffenheim and he just can't stop scoring.
Bang.
It's like,
great save from Foster. Sorry to interrupt you, Davo. Was that Virgil van Dijk? It's Mo Salah. I mean, doesn't look anything like Virgil van Dijk. Just a blur of red in the box there. Salah arriving late at the back post, and Foster's done extremely well to see that through the number of bodies and keep that at the back post. Back to Arsenal and how Dave's going to rebuild the squad.
Yeah,
good save,
Ben Foster. There's a lot to be done in that defence, but that's a different episode, isn't it, really?
So still 0-0 in our 2 feature games, Watford, Liverpool and Man United versus Palace. Couple minutes left in the first half, Dave. Your assessment on the first half as a whole for Man United? It's not been brilliant, has it?
It's not been fantastic. It hasn't been completely poor. I would say it's 55-45, you know. That's what I'd say, 55%.
In favour of you?
Yeah, 55-45.
So need to marinate a bit more.
Yeah, that's what the half time is for. The half time is for the full-on marination.
In a minute, it's a bit of a dry rub. It's a dry rub in a minute.
Go get some oil on there. Just something, a bit of olive oil. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ease it in, and that's exactly what Jose Mourinho is going to do at the half-time team talk. Man United are going to come out the blocks ready. Fantastic.
Chance for Palace. It's a goal for Crystal Palace.
It's not Benteke, is it? He's not scored in about 6 years.
It is 1-0. It's flag up.
Yes! Come on!
It's in the back of the net. Piate thinks he's
Craven Cottage!
Look at this!
It's so narrow.
He's off!
It's such a narrow decision. Piate's headed the ball from a free kick. It's gone into the back of the net.
Does that touch Lindelof?
Nah, it's off his shoulder.
We're looking at whether that's come off Lindelof or Piate.
It's come off Piate.
This is the angle here.
Look at it.
It's
close.
It's still inconclusive looking at all these angles who that's come off. And it is so marginal that offside. And it's a late flag as well. Look, the ball's in the back of the net. Look how late the flag is. The flag's not even up on the replay. Didn't even come up. Palace is celebrating. The fans going wild. It's in the back of the net. We think it should have counted, but it's not counted. It's still 0-0. Man United have been let off. We've had another goal. There's so much going on. Fulham, what's going on, Will Brazier?
The Aka is alive. Smithy. Ryan Sessegnon with some magic work down the left-hand side. Drills one to the back post. And surely not, it's Andre Schürrle with a right-footed goal. 2-1 to Fulham.
Now we need Leicester to get
goal
this one
from
back.
Andre Schürrle.
We need a Leicester equaliser ASAP. Rocky.
No
The Aka is back. The Aka is back.
Mark Hughes under
Madison.
pressure, guys. If he loses this game, 2-1, losing.
Must be Fulham's first win.
I mean, interesting that recently Southampton, their owners, the chairman, have said that they're going to review footballing operations again from top to bottom, which is quite an ominous.
Les Reed went, didn't he?
Yeah, Les Reed. Yeah, he went what recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's potentially prompted this, but they need a makeover and a half. Southampton, they're a bit wayward at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, Schürrle, 4 Premier League goals this season. That is his 5th. Scored 15 Premier League goals in total, of which 11 have come away from home. He scored another one at home today. Big goal for Claudio Ranieri's men. And we did have, interestingly, a Fulham win in our accumulator. So the accumulator is still alive. Will, just remind us what's going on in the other games.
So West Ham putting on the pressure a little bit. Zabaleta down the right-hand side, but of course that is 3-0. Fulham obviously winning 2-1 now. And Everton had a really good chance. There was a low cross, but it was whipped in a bit too much. And I think it was Maddison at the back post, who incidentally had a clear free header about 5 minutes ago and headed straight into Etheridge, who has already been booked for time wasting in the first half.
Nice.
Interesting.
Shows what Neil Warnock's expectations are for the game.
Yeah, we're approaching the final minutes of all the first half, 45th minute in most of them at the minute, not long to play. So while we have a break in play, let's go to Dave from Social Corner. Dave, what have you got for us?
I've got a great question from Simon Mitchell. He has said, which is the better front three, Mane, Firmino, Salah, or Sané, Aguero, or Sterling?
Ooh.
Sané, Aguero, Sterling.
That is a good question, isn't it?
So cheers, Simon.
And Sané had only started 5 times before this week, so it depends what Man City you're getting, because they don't necessarily play as a front three, do they, anymore? I suppose they will do now in the absence of Mendy, who was kind of playing that entire left flank by himself. As a 3, I think Liverpool probably, but as a system, Manchester City.
Yeah, I think as a front three, because Liverpool always play with that front three, whereas Man City rotate those positions so much, and their personnel as well.
Yeah.
So I think that Liverpool front three, though, is just frightening.
Mate, we got half-time at United game. United Palace half-time, 0-0.
Half-time.
I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
Because we could be 1-0 down.
You've made it to half-time. You've survived to half-time.
We've made it to half. That's what I'm saying.
We can bring in the scenes. These are the scenes at half-time. There is Patrick Van Aanholt chatting to Jose Mourinho. Palace should feel very aggrieved. It is 0-0, but they did have the ball in the back of the net, and a very late flag meant that it was given offside.
Great comments here. One from Jamie Cooper saying Palace have been robbed. There's one from Dave Bodgers who's saying, being a Man United fan for 40 years, this current team and play is the most boring and un-Man United style for years.
Wow.
Z.
What, less so than Louis van Gaal and David Moyes?
Wow.
Very
passionate United fans.
And they're from United fans. Half-time at Liverpool in our second game as well. It is currently Watford 0, Liverpool 0. Chance for Pereira and also chance for Mo Salah in that game. It's no goals. Ben Foster making a good save, but no goals in either of our 2 feature games at the half-time stage.
Not great for views, so it'd be great if Manchester United could score. Romelu Lukaku could finally end his hoodoo, please. So, we're all giving up our Saturdays, Romelu. Sort it out.
Sort it.
These are the scenes, probably our game of the day so far. Southampton going ahead through Stuart Armstrong after 18 minutes. Fulham with goals from Alexander Mitrovic after 33 and Andre Schürrle on the 43rd minute mark. I mean, it is Fulham 2, Southampton 1 in Claudio Ranieri's first game in charge. Things going very well. Fulham at the minute.
Did I miss the Mitrovic goal then when I went? Relieve myself.
Yeah.
Was it a good goal?
No, it was a good header.
Crucial to Fulham survival.
And the whistle's gone for the half-time stage at Goodison Park. It is Everton 0, Cardiff 0. Andre Gomez with a chance, but no real clear-cut chances in that one. In fact, we haven't really spoken about that one, Will, much at all, have we?
No, Richarlison really should have scored as well. That free header was absolutely criminal, but still 0-0. Oh, sorry, Leicester going close there.
And the whistle there, you've heard it there. The whistle has literally just been blown at the Olympic Stadium. It is West Ham 0, Man City 3. Manuel Pellegrini against his former club, Man City, where he won 3 trophies with the club. But it is all Man City. Goals from David Silva after 11 minutes, Raheem Sterling after 19, and Leroy Sané on the 34th minute mark. I mean, it is all Man City. West Ham need a miracle to get back into this one. And that is one that we had in our accumulator that is going our way as well. And these are the scenes at Brighton. Brighton leading Leicester 1-0. Glenn Murray once again having a fantastic season on 15 minutes, giving Brighton the 1-0 lead. For Chris Hughton's boys.
Acker is still alive. He's still in. Feels good.
We've had a good comment.
Go on, quickly.
It's from Elevator Extra. It said, Chris's trousers are very nice. He deserves a Nike deal.
There we go.
Other brands are available.
Is that the Man United one?
On that note, that is a perfect note, I think, to move on. Bournemouth play Arsenal. Tomorrow, Super
Classic.
Sunday, Chris. We're trying to get into Super Sunday. It is Wolves versus Huddersfield. Before that, Bournemouth play Arsenal. Alex Scott sat down with Callum Wilson, Jordan Ide and Jermaine Defoe. It's quite an interesting chat, this. Have a watch.
Okay, so everyone talks about the spirit and the camaraderie at this club, so I'm actually going to put you to the test now, right? Callum, you're in that chair. Jermaine, Jordan, you're up first. How well do you know Callum? All you got to do is buzz in. Can you test your buzzers, please?
So why has he got that proper buzzer? I've got some cow.
First question. How many goals does he have for Bournemouth?
50.
Correct.
Oh, thank you.
How many siblings does he have?
So I think he's one of 6. He's got
You
3
think,
brothers, 3 brothers,
That's like a real
2
gas man.
sisters, and mum.
How's that for an answer, Callum?
Yeah, it's not bad. Correct. Very accurate.
That's what I'm saying, man.
In what minute did Callum score for England? Oh,
If he gets it wrong, look, he's taking long right now.
go on. 5 seconds.
No.
Yeah.
It is 5. 3.
65.
1.
Over to you.
I think 76.
Oh, it's close. I'm going to give you that. It's 77.
Okay. So I'll watch the game.
Yeah.
I was celebrating before you scored.
How many Instagram followers does he have? So the closest in the 1,000. Oosh. Yep.
75,000.
No.
On the Instagram. This is not me being rude, Carl. No. 35?
No. 47.
Close.
People ain't following me. Look, man.
What is that about? Why are you got no followers?
me, you know?
All right, you scored for England. It might go up there. What are Callum's 2 middle names?
Can't believe this is a question.
It's embarrassing. You don't know Gemma, man.
I'm just gonna Eddie.
Have you just cheated? Have you just cheated? Or have you just thrown that name out?
What do you mean cheating?
Is it right?
It's not Eddie, is it?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Is it right? Oh, do you know what? I'm right in it.
That's what
Do you know what I remember? Do you know?
It's
Shall I
one of them,
tell you?
it's one.
Eddie,
You
shall
get that?
I tell
Did
you?
you
No.
whisper
Do you know what?
Nah.
I don't like. You know me. Do you know what I remember?
Carl, you can't tell people that. You know?
Remember it come out? Do you remember it come out the other day? Because I was like, what, you got...
lying.
No, listen. I said to you, what, you got the same man? You got the same name as the gaffer?
Yeah,
That's why I know. So that's my...
What now?
Winston.
As well.
It's Graham. Eddie and Graham.
Gee. Graham.
Man. So much of this, you know, he's disrespecting me.
Okay, look, we might know this one. What number shirt did he wear for England?
9.
Yes.
But do you know what?
Yeah.
The phone's locked.
He was too quick in there anyway. How many England caps does Jermaine have? Do you even know yourself?
60.
I'm going to say about 50.
Ooh, what did you say?
60.
57.
Yeah, I've been watching them games, bro.
You've been around for a minute, you know.
Okay, this one. How many spells did he have at Spurs? Quick. You are correct. It's 2.
Thank you.
Jermaine scored 5 goals in 1 game for Spurs. But what was the score and against who?
Wasn't working.
8-0, Wigan.
Oh, no. But it was against Wigan.
9-0.
9-1.
Yes.
Boom. Get me, Jammer.
Come on,
Been watching you from day, boy.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
No way.
Come on.
I knew he knew that one.
Because I got the 1 and the 9.
You got the team. I was impressed
I knew
with
it was
that,
Wigan
though.
as well.
Okay, which footballer was his idol growing up? Yes, you're in.
The thing is, I know
You're
this.
in.
I know this.
I'm gonna
don't
say-
Don't say nothing. I know this.
So do I.
I'm going to say
I know this.
Ian Wright.
Yes,
Boom.
correct.
Get me, Jammer. I know you. Yes, right, you know. I got you there. Hey.
And what is Jermaine's middle name?
I'm gonna guess this one. Is it Sean?
It's mad. It's mad.
Why Sean? Why Sean?
Just say it, bro.
I'm just going to throw that one out there, sure.
Like Sylvester. Or... I think that's your middle name, you know, actually. Is it? Yeah, I think so.
Both wrong. It's Colin.
college.
Oh, God. What club did he start his senior career?
West Ham.
Yes.
Yeah, you can Bournemouth. Come on. I was on loan, you know.
When is Jordan's birthday?
I'm gonna guess.
He's like, I can't believe any of you's not buzzing in.
I'm gonna guess. March.
Nope.
April, May, June.
Yo, I think you're a summer baby. Is it July?
Try maybe nearer to Christmas.
Nah, it's September.
8th of December, actually. At least you know it's
We
coming
ain't
up.
heard
It's
about
coming
it,
up.
To be fair, that's what I thought.
What 2 clubs did Jordan have loan spells at from Liverpool? Did you just go to answer your own question?
I know he was at Derby. Because he was tired, isn't it? Yeah, I know that. Don't know the other one, though.
I don't know the other one.
It was Birmingham.
Really?
From 2012 to 2018, how many senior career goals does he have?
No disrespect, bro. You don't really score that much. I'm going to say 5.
And I'm throwing it over.
7.
10.
Oh.
Did you just say less? You surprised yourself.
To be fair, I thought it was less than that.
10 goals, you don't even know your thing, you know.
I'm surprised.
What is Jordan's full name?
You're from South London, innit? Jordan. Derek.
No.
Come on, bro, respect me.
I don't even know, you know. It's like Lincoln or something.
Lincoln?
I see it there. What was that boy? Come to my head.
Jordan, do you want to tell him?
Jordan Ashley Femi.
On Jordan's debut for Liverpool against QPR in 2013, he got an assist, but who did the assist?
Suarez.
No.
It did.
I'm going to
No,
say...
Against
down
QPR.
Are you acting like you remember 5 years ago on the day?
I do, but I watch Premier League classics. Premier League, yes, yeah.
I'm going to say Gerrard or
No.
Torres.
No, it was Studge, isn't it?
Do you remember?
Oh, Coutinho.
Yes. There you
Big
go.
player. You play with Coutinho. Big player.
Okay. Big player, man.
So it seems Jordan paying the most attention to his teammates. Well done, Jordan.
Cheers.
Haven't got anything to give you. Got an OBE. First goal for England, but you win the quiz.
Hey, there we go.
Great stuff. Bournemouth versus Arsenal is, of course, part of a doubleheader Super Sunday tomorrow.
Massive
Followed
Sunday.
by Wolves against Huddersfield. Make sure you check it out. Dave, got to come to you, big Arsenal fan, as we know. Just thoughts on Emery so far in
I've
Arsenal
been
this
extremely
season?
impressed. To be honest, I know we've got this massive unbeaten run, but we haven't won in 3 games now, so it's important we do go back to winning ways. We're away from home. Win tomorrow. We're going to the busy Christmas period on a up. So there you go. Yeah, I'm actually feeling quite.
Did you watch the Celtic Hambleton academic game earlier?
Talk us through it, Hamill.
Oh, absolute blinder, mate.
Blinder.
Ryan Christie, what a guy. You're a big fan of Ryan Christie, yeah? Oh. Cool. Anyway, I'll just go back to my chocolate bar.
Will, half-time stage in your games. A lot going on for you today. Man City been the most impressive so far of all of them. What game have you enjoyed the most, though?
I think the Fulham-Southampton game, there's so much on the line. It's back and forth, end to end, but Fulham have just shaved it, and it's perfect for our Sky Bet Acca, Smithy.
It is. Sky Bet Acca is looking good. We'll bring that to you very soon. Got to come to Dave, though. First half. Dave Jackson read out some of the comments. Worst United team, boring to watch, lucky in this first half. This is the viewers saying this, not us. And tweet us your thoughts at Football Daily, at Soccer Ev. What do you think, Dave? How have you assessed this first half? Because it's not been brilliant, has it?
It hasn't been fantastic. It hasn't been completely brilliant. No, it hasn't been. But in all honesty, look, we can't say it's the most boring Manchester United team because obviously, you know what I mean, Van Gaal was shocking. It was shocking ball during that period of time. Same with David Moyes. I think we forget where we are, and I think we forget what we've had. Obviously, we remember what we've had when it's good, but we don't remember the bad that we've had. Do you know what I mean? Real bad that we've had a couple of seasons before. So
you're not that worried as United. I've spoken to you in the past. You're not one of these Mourinho out.
No.
Stick with the system. We're going to have a good season, aren't you?
Yeah, listen, you got to stay positive because the reason why you got to stay positive is because the truth of the matter is that's what we're here to do. We're here to support because the reality is, you know, that's what's going to feed into the players. That's what's going to enable the team to do well, because the pressures are coming from everyone else.
Glass
we already
half
have
full.
everyone else. We already got everyone else that don't like Manchester United, don't want us to do well.
Yeah,
If we're out there upset as well, we're not going to be doing. Yeah, it's true. He's like, yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. If we're not out here, you know what I mean, giving some support, then we're just helping the others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it is 0-0 at the half-time stage. We can have a look at our accumulator. This is how it's going so far. Cheeky Sport Dave, of course he did. He went from Man United to beat Palace. We're still in with that one. It is 0-0 currently at the half-time stage. I went for a home win. Fulham to beat Southampton. That is going exactly as I predicted. 2-1 Fulham at the minute. Alexander Mitrovic and Schürrle for Fulham. Stuart Armstrong giving Southampton the lead in that one. Dave Jackson went for an away win, Dave Jackson. Leicester to beat Brighton. That is not going our way. That is currently 1-0 thanks to a Glenn Murray goal. And of course, worth pointing out, James Maddison sent off. So a lot to do for Leicester in that one. Will Brazier went for a home win in the classic that is 0-0 between Everton and Cardiff at Goodison Park. Chris, you went for an away win. Watford versus Liverpool.
Smithy, and
still
I've just put £3 on Shaqiri to score first at 9-1. Hasn't had a shot in that half, so just a gut feeling that he's going to open the scoreline.
Still very much alive, that one. And I went for an away win, West Ham versus Man City, which is going for plan, thanks to David Silva, Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané. They were 25-1. Just worth pointing out, both of my predictions are going to plan. So we'll see how it goes in the second half.
Ash normally asks me for my prediction. I've just come down here and I'm told, oh, Everton home win. I would have gone for that, but...
Don't ruin the illusion.
Just come on, Will.
Say it.
You've got my number, Ash.
Come on, Ash. Peeling back the veil there.
Sorry, mate. Just giving the fourth wall.
Big up.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Big up to Ash and everyone else that works tirelessly behind the scenes on the show, by the way.
Hey!
These are the scenes at Old Trafford. Roy Hodgson and Jose Mourinho walking back onto the pitch. Kick-off moments where Andros Townsend standing over the ball. Palace weren't happy as they went in.
They weren't.
Really
No, listen,
They thought that should be a goal.
You wouldn't be happy. There's no way you'd be happy if you were a Palace fan, a Palace player, Palace manager, anyone to do with Palace. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be happy. You wouldn't be happy if you was from South London. Unless, of course, you support Manchester United like me. But the reality of the fact is...
What? You're a Palace fan?
Hey, mate, because I'm a Man United fan, mate. Now, listen, the reality of the fact is...
Yes, Smith.
Yeah, is that... Come on.
What's the reality? Go on.
The reality of the fact is, it was incredibly unlucky for them, to be honest with you, for them to get that as an offside goal. Of course, for me, I'm happy. You know what I mean? That's what the reality is. I'm extremely happy about that. You know what I mean?
I'm extremely puzzled.
Does anyone think would VAR have overturned that? Do you think VAR would have made that
it's a good question.
No, it came off Chiarte, didn't it? I mean, it'd be nice to have a closer look at it, a second look, but it was rightfully ruled off. So, as you were.
Big news, obviously, last week that VAR looks like it will be introduced in the Premier League next season. Interestingly, Premier League clubs voted against it back in April, but then voted in favour of it 2 weeks ago.
Premier League reversed the change.
Shout out to Austin.
So let us know what you think in the comments section. Dave, on that note, let's find out what people have been
I've got a question
about.
for Chris Hamill. It's from Liam Pollard, and he said, what do Liverpool have to do to get something out of this game? I know it's only 0-0, but basically what they have to do to get all 3 points.
A little bit of a bizarre start there, starting like my Sunday League side of yesteryear.
Come on, Lukaku!
For himself.
Come on, Lukaku!
Has he still got his jeans on?
Dave, what happened
mate,
before we go to Hamill?
Lukaku's still wearing the jeans and the Timberlands. What is going on here, mate? It's not even snowing. Oh, beautiful ball swung in by Ashley Young. Right to the back post. What's he doing? What's he doing? Come on, Lukaku.
Tell us what he's doing.
Oh,
So
mate, listen. Didn't reach it. Didn't reach it at all. Didn't reach the ball
started
at all.
positive for Man United.
Yeah, absolutely. The funny thing is, that's exactly where Ashley Young likes to be. On the left-hand side, swinging in with the right foot. Beautiful, a peach of a ball.
And it is a
Didn't
corner
quite
for Man
connect.
United.
But
Stay with you for this corner. Disappointing corner.
Yeah,
but
shocking.
Win another one.
You get another chance. We get to do it again. We get to go again.
Dave, just remind us of that question. We'll go back to
The
Chris.
question was to Chris Hamill, what do Liverpool need to do to get the gears going? How are they going to get 3
It would
points in this
appear
game?
their fix for this game is to go a little bit more direct, which they've been doing second half. Right on the money, Dejan Lovren just pumps it into the box, which I'm not sure will work given the average height of their forward four is about 5'7", but let's see how it works out. Maybe just looking to stretch Watford for the time being, and then back to sort of the more incisive full-back play. Just keep going. They'll get a goal.
Interestingly, Dave, there's never been a goalless draw between Watford and Liverpool in league football in 22 metres.
Wow.
But it currently is
fascinating.
goalless.
I just want to say, fantastic stat. Fantastic stat. I just want to say, to be fair to Lukaku there, the flight of the ball was changed because there was a deflection. Ball came off one of the Palace heads. So he was in line for the ball.
Apologies to Lukaku.
Yeah, Lukaku, sorry, you ain't got the jeans on. You ain't wearing the Timbs either.
Will Chance, what's going on?
Oh, my. How that's not gone in, Smithy, I'll never know. I thought it was offside for Raheem Sterling, for Leroy Sané, sorry. And it was bobbling around. He finally got a shot off. It was saved. They had another chance. And Fabianski's kept it to 3-0 to Manchester City.
Anything going on in the other games? We haven't spoken about Everton versus Cardiff in any
for
capacity.
a reason. Stop mentioning the game.
For Everton and Cardiff fans, there will be some watching this.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
The best thing that happened in the at Goodison Park was when Tony Bellew came out before the game, had a warm round of reception. Obviously, he's recently retired from boxing. And that was 45 minutes ago, so that about sums up the game for you, Smithy.
Great guy, though. Great guy.
Great guy. Top man, isn't he? Really
Absolutely.
Top man. Right, interesting price piece on your screen. Zaha to score the first goal, still 0-0 in our feature game. Of course, Palace had the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled offside. Zaha to score the first goal was 16-1, now 18-1.
18-1.
With Sky, but 18-1. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. You're liking that, aren't you?
Pretty tasty.
Get on.
Hey. It's not happening.
When the fun
You can get Lukaku for 9-2, interestingly.
9-2.
Lukaku for the first goal is 9-2.
I'm going with Martial, mate.
We've just seen Alexis Sanchez. We spoke about him earlier on in the show, warming up. Is he someone you think will come on? Or
No, I think he will. I think he's got an impetus and an ability to change this game. To have, he's quite dynamic. Although he hasn't scored. Like I said, he's got one goal in how many? 15, 16?
15,
a long time,
Do you know what? He is actually still creating an awful lot of opportunities when he's on the pitch.
Yeah.
There's been one season where he's been properly prolific, barring the sort of 15, 16 goals he used to chip in with at Barcelona, where, I think I could probably get 10 in that side. And I am.
Wow.
But apart from that season at Arsenal where he played through the middle, the main part of his game was chance creation, and he's still doing that.
He's still doing it.
When he plays, Liverpool have just hit the post. Sadio Mane. Oh, he's offside. Doesn't matter. But I do feel a little bit for him. He's still creating 3 chances a game on average, and with a more prolific forward in front of him, if he's racking up those assists, the confidence starts to creep back in. Maybe he does play on that right-hand side, but you've got people competing for
those places.
Yeah.
The issue is he's being judged on his performances on that one season, forgetting what he actually is. Like you said. Known for doing. Isn't scoring goals.
Should we go to Will Brazier? There's some grasps and some groans from you in armchair. What's going on?
Yeah, there was an in-swinging corner from Southampton. I think it was Matthew Taggart that whips it in, but it was bobbling around. But Fulham managed to clear it. But the pressure is already on them, and they need to weather this storm to get. I think I'm right in saying their first 3 points of the season.
Who's that? Sorry,
Fulham.
Fulham. No, I think they've won.
They've won a game.
They've only got 5 points.
It was
I think they've won 1 and drawn 2.
Newcastle were the last side to win a game like this.
Second win of the season.
Really good from Will. It is, of course, Fulham 2, Southampton 1, as things stand. Alexander Mitrovic, interestingly, scored his first Premier League goal in 5...
He scored another, Smith! Oh my God. You were literally talking about it. No, it was a fantastic save.
Talk us through it before...
It was almost premeditated. It was like we'd written a script and Mitrovic was through, unleashes a half volley, and it's a fantastic save from Alex McGregor.
Look at
McGregor.
McCarthy. Alex McCarthy, and he's pushed it
McGregor's
wide.
at Rangers now.
Strong right-hand save, great wrist strength.
That was a great stop. Mitrovic is built like a shed, isn't he? He looks like a bouncer. Look at the size of the bloke.
As I was saying about Mitrovic, he scored his first Premier League goal in 585 minutes since netting against Watford in September. Interesting as well, we'll have a bit of trivia. We like a bit of trivia on the football social.
Oh, yes, please.
Claudio Ranieri becomes the 4th person from outside the UK and Ireland to manage 3 different clubs in the Premier League. Who are the other 3?
Sorry, I missed that whole question.
Claudio Ranieri becomes the 4th person from outside the UK and Ireland to manage 3 different clubs in the Premier League.
Rafa Benitez.
Who are the other 3? Rafa Benitez is 1.
Yeah.
Outside of the UK and Ireland.
This is a great question.
So Pellegrini's managed City, West Ham.
Pellegrini's not 1.
Yeah, I'm just going through them, Smithy. I'm looking at the various games today. I'm working my way around, being methodic. God, I'm very encouraging, mate.
Good way to go, though. You'll get somewhere.
Marco Silva.
Yes, Marco Silva's the other one.
Who's the third?
Rafael Benitez, Marco Silva.
Everton.
And there is one more.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at the games. I'm thinking, no, Houghton's just Newcastle, Brighton. Leicester,
Outside the UK.
Puel, Southampton.
Leicester.
Leicester.
Let us know in the comment section if you know as well. Get involved. Claudio Ranieri become the fourth person from
question,
the UK
I like
and Ireland
that.
to manage 3 different clubs in the Premier League. Who are the other 3? Benitez and Marco Silva are 2. Who's the other one?
Get a bit
Current
scrappy
manager.
here.
Not a current Premier League manager.
So he's... hello. A little hint there from Smithy. Cheating, you know.
If we get this, the ACCA will come in.
Okay, is that how it works?
Yeah, so we need to get this.
Sam, outside the UK and Ireland, obviously. I'd asked to manage about 8 anyway. Oh, God, it's more difficult.
One of the teams, I'm going to give you one of the teams he managed.
Then it sounds, actually.
Don't do it. Hold on. Yeah, go on and do it.
One of the teams he managed was West Ham.
Striker, what a goal! 2-2 in Fulham versus Southampton.
Oh, what a goal.
Unbelievable!
His hair is fine.
Oh, wow.
Scores belters all the time. That's why we sing this song. Anyway, no.
Well, you haven't said what's gone on. Who scored?
Stuart Armstrong, we haven't heard about him all season, and he's absolutely scored probably the best goal he'll ever score in his life. Great haircut, and he's hit it from about 25 yards. Rocket, ping, everything you want. No one was stopping that, not even the person in row Z. Have a look at this. Comes through a crowded area. Bang! Thank you!
Pick that one out.
Thank you!
Absolute rocket.
Ping Panther.
No
there.
one is
Look at
saving
this.
that.
Boosh.
Oh, my.
Top bin.
Binners.
What a goal that is.
Binners.
It's 2-2. Fulham versus Southampton. Will play. As I said, it's been the most
Binners.
exciting game of the day. It hasn't disappointed in the second half. The equaliser goal for Mark Hughes in that big 6-pointer at the foot of the table. Going back to the quiz, who's the other Premier League manager? West Ham was one of the clubs he managed.
West Bilic, who's been...
Mike-
who's recently managed West Ham? Come on.
Mike John Donovan has said Ruud Gullit, but I think that's
No.
number 2.
Nope.
So
Get involved if you know the answer. Get involved in the
West
comment section.
Ham managers.
Kirbishley,
Slav, Pards,
Where are we going back to now?
Aladici.
Oh! Avram Grant.
It is Avram. It is Avram Grant.
Get the accurate. Oh, hello. Watford are appealing for a penalty here. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute. But Liverpool are countering.
Do you have any more questions, Smithy? Because that's probably the best bit. Come on, let's get some more of these in.
More of these in, yeah. So say any questions you've got as well. If you've got any quiz questions, send them in to us. Dave will read the best ones out.
What's my favourite number? And you get that one right.
Brighton still Brighton 1, Leicester
Right.
nil. Will.
Just taking a look at
Any hope for Leicester at all?
Ooh,
Not at all, really. They've not started the second half well. Brighton,
Make,
just
you make contact there?
to calm it down. I think.
Calm it down. Interestingly, James Maddison's dismissal. Leicester have been shown 4 red cards in the Premier League this season, twice as many as any other teams. They do need to sort that disciplinary record out. Dave, let's go to you. Social Corner, what have you got for us?
Let's have a question from Twitter. This is from I am Chitejed or something. And he said, what do you think about Salah playing as a striker and Firmino playing in behind him, causing Shaqiri to go out to right wing? Do you think that's the best formation for Liverpool?
Do you know what? I'll make an interesting point here, actually, because...
Oh, yeah?
well, not my point.
Put a lot of pressure on yourself now, mate.
It's not my point. It's I did an interview with Jamie Carragher a few weeks ago, FIFA Versus, on Soccerham's YouTube channel, if you want to check it out. Little plug there. But we were talking about bargain players, and I made the point that, you know, value for money, Shaqiri is obviously excellent value for money to Liverpool, but doesn't start many games, and asked him if he thinks he's going to start regularly in that front three. And actually, Jamie Carragher made the interesting point that he sees... chance!
Is it a goal? It's offside.
Is it a goal?
Oh, he's doing his celebration and everything. That's goal in the break.
Sit down!
It's the same linesman that ruled out Crystal Palace has ruled Man United's
okay,
goal
big man.
offside.
It's coming,
Lukaku had the ball in the back of the net, but it has been ruled out.
Linesman's ruining our stream. Come on!
Dave, be
Oh, it's tight.
It's tight.
Is he on? No, he's not.
he's
Ashley Young's
Is he on?
His head's up.
Actually, Young's had a chance. Wayne Hennessy
That's a
parried
great
it straight
decision
to
from the
Lukaku for a
linesman,
tap-in. It is offside. But Dave, the point I wanted to make is I asked Carragher about the game time Shaqiri will face because of how powerful the front three is, and he made the point that he sees Shaqiri playing with all three.
Okay.
And that he could play. And it's interesting today that...
in like the Coutinho role when he sort
Yeah.
of dropped back into midfield three and played as kind of a roaming left winger.
And it's interesting to say that they are playing all 4 as well. So maybe Klopp looks at certain opposition like Watford, where I imagine he looks at a game they should win and wants to play all 4. Because Shaqiri's actually had a good season with Liverpool. Just hasn't started many games.
There's been occasions over the last couple of seasons where they've really struggled against a sitting defence, haven't they? And that's kind of been Liverpool's undoing as they kind of trying to compete for the league title. But so yeah, maybe playing one more attacker, like you said, a one behind the 3. They're playing Wijnaldum and Henderson, aren't they? So there's a firm base there in midfield. But in this game, it's become a little bit ragged. Watford are looking less and less likely to... Look at that, Liverpool cutting it out on the halfway line. Van Dijk's practically been standing on the halfway line this whole second half. So I think that if they continue to play like this, Watford, and they just put Isaac's success on, then they're going to fail.
It's an interesting point, Chris, you make, because I agree with you. Liverpool do struggle against, and actually Tottenham and Arsenal have struggled in the past against teams that just sit back. But Man City never struggle against teams that sit back. You see them opening teams up, and it's probably the reason why a lot of us think Man City will go on to win the league. But they never seem to struggle with the system they play. I look at the points they dropped at Wolves, but Wolves didn't sit back, to be fair. Wolves played their own game. But Man City don't tend to struggle as much as other teams do when they're playing against teams that just sit.
Yeah, I think... I mean, I don't think Liverpool are too far behind Manchester
What? What's
City
going on here?
Oh, hello.
Dave, we're going to come to you in a minute.
He spotted something in his tiny peripheral vision. What's going on, Will?
These little beaters in everything here. It's Dave's game. Wilfred's a half major kicking off with Darmian.
Kicking off big time. Listen, Zaha committed a foul. Do you know what I mean? To be honest with you, he probably should have got a yellow card for that. You know what I mean? And then tries to deceive the referee. Shocking stuff. The big man, Marouane Zidane, is coming on. Mr. Marouane Fellaini with the brand new trim.
Yeah.
He's coming on.
Double sub as well.
Yeah, and absolutely. Marcus Rashford is also coming on. Jesse Lingard is off.
Oh, Shaqiri.
And
the other player,
is coming off?
Do you know?
Juan Mata, the magician.
Thoughts on those
magician.
subs?
Oh, I would have kept Juan on, to be honest with you. He was doing pretty well. If you expect something great to come, you expect it to come from him, to be honest with you. Set pieces, fantastic. He's actually brought a lot more goals back for Manchester United this season. 3 set pieces.
So it's not just the one sub, it's the 2 subs for Man United, but there's been a goal. Everton, another player who's been on form. Gylfi Sigurdsson, Will Brazier.
Hashtag the Aka is still alive. Gylfi Sigurdsson 2 minutes ago. He had one cleared off the line. Sol Bamba stretching his leg out, clearing it away, but they've not lived to fight another day because he's had a tap-in. Great save by Everidge, but it falls to Sigurdsson, and it's 1-0 to Everton in the West Ham game as well. West Ham hit the post with Antonio.
And there is Tony Bellew going crazy at that goal.
Already surpassed his total from last season, Sigurdsson, and he's one that's benefiting massively from Marco Silva's more expansive way of playing football, and he could be on for a very good season.
Yeah, he's had a really, really good season, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Should have been someone we mentioned when we were talking about informed players earlier. Interestingly, another prize boost give you Stuart Armstrong, having a great game today. Never scored a senior career hat-trick ever. He is 22-1 to score the next goal, and Southampton are a 5-1 price boost, should I say, to win this game. 3-2. How has that game been, Will, recently? 2-2 currently?
So, yeah, Fulham coming back into it now. They're actually on the counter-attack now, if you stay with me there, Smithy. I think it's Tom Carney battling his way through. But, yeah, they're coming back into it. And Leicester have brought on Jamie Vardy for their attacking intent. Damari Gray coming off for him. So, hopefully, Leicester can equalise.
Come on,
it's
then.
Still West Ham 0, Man City 3. Interestingly, Raheem Sterling been involved in more Premier League goals at the London Stadium than any other visiting player, should I say. 1 goal and 4 assists.
He's been involved in the second most goals since the start of last season, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling.
He's a player in form.
Get him in your fantasy team.
It's an easy criticism of him that he's not the most prolific finisher, but my God, is he just become an expert at getting into the right area of the pitch. I think that's been the biggest change under Pep's tutelage, hasn't it? He's just finds space all the time. Just love him, Smithy. Bloody love the guy.
I have another question. Go on. A question from the audience. It's from Chaps Chicks. All right. He said, hashtag Football Social. Who is the only player to score a hat-trick in the Premier League, Champions League and the FA Cup?
Gerrard.
No.
Premier League, Champions League. Is it
FA Cup? No.
Wayne Rooney.
No.
Anelka.
No.
Premier League, Champions League and
Earnshaw.
FA Cup?
No.
James Milner.
This is the answer. It's actually a great question.
I don't think
Premier League,
I think there's a lot of answers for that. I don't think he's...
Didier Drogba.
Is it just the one he's thinking of?
Frank Lampard.
No, there's only one apparently.
Not Didier Drogba.
Frank Lampard.
No. Is this according to him? There's only one?
No, I have actually Googled it. And
OK, so there's one player that's got a hat-trick. Let us know if you know as well in the comments section. Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup.
It's actually a very good question. You won't
get it.
Top of your head.
It won't be top of your head?
No, it won't be top of your head. It's
Premier
not
League, Champions League, FA Cup.
Kevin Davis.
No.
Kevin Davis.
I haven't heard that name for a while, but it's nice to have a little
no!
throwback.
Another
what do you
guilt.
think about that, Chris? What happened in your game? Still 0-0.
Another gilt-edged chance for Liverpool there. The far right of Watford's goal, and I mean they look quite likely here, but messing around with it in their own box, distracting me there. Liverpool have been on top this second half, made more of a point. I've been trying to get Robertson in the game all the whole sort of 50, 60 minutes.
Christ almighty.
It's not Jamie Vardy, is
It's all
it?
kicking off.
Jordan loves the Ray Pickford.
It's not Jamie Vardy, is it, Dave?
It's not Jamie Vardy, no.
Oh, no.
I remember Leicester opened a few...
I believe the
I don't
player's
think he-
still
in the
playing
Championship.
now. I believe,
he's still playing now?
But I
In the
think
Premier League?
Definitely not in the
No,
Premier League.
no.
Definitely not in the Premier League.
He's still playing now, but not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Mate, Man United.
I'm not 100%
Fernando
confident.
Torres?
No, I'm not 100% confident he's still playing now.
Oh,
but-
so he might not be playing.
yeah.
Oh, look at this from Sadio Mane's opening up
Oh,
those
it's
legs.
a good question, isn't it?
That's a
Hello.
tasty question.
Oh, come on then, Mo.
Chancellor,
Super Mo.
Salah.
Oh, he's dragged it.
Chris,
Far
what happened to that?
post. Yes,
So many
again,
chances.
similar to the chance they had. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Didn't time his run when Mane slipped him in. Great break from Mane. Got Liverpool at the pitch emphatically. And was that offside? Yes, by a good...
Goal!
Oh, he's in.
Mitro's on fire,
Oh!
Smithy! Again!
Joe's on fire. Oh, the pitch is terrifying.
Put your stat up, the Acker's back on. Mitro scored in, it's 3-2 at Craven Cottage. I was here a couple of weeks ago when they got stuffed by Cardiff, but they've turned it around and Fulham are leading 3-2.
How
Mitro
was
with
it?
2 goals.
The atmosphere, cordial, as you know, people report.
You were
Craven Cottage, was it a nice atmosphere?
Oh, no, I mean in the
No, he was here.
Oh, you were in the
I was there with you, mate.
Oh, fair enough.
Great job I did that day.
Mitchell, we said earlier, having the worst run without a goal for the club before today. That was 7 games. He's just scored 2 goals today.
Oh, it's a beauty, Smithy.
So that is his 7th Premier League goal. He's up there. It's right up there. It's a huge game at the foot of the table. And it's Fulham 3, Southampton 2, I believe. There's so many goals.
So many goals.
3-2 to Fulham. That is the game of the day so far.
It feels like he's accidentally
we will
cut across that. Was
We
that
will
as...
stick with that one. Claudio Ranieri's first game in charge. Will he be getting all 3 points? Interestingly, in the comments section, someone has said, was it Yossi Benayoun?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yossi.
it was Yossi Benayoun. That is Jack. Do we have Jack's
So
surname?
well done.
Definitely Google.
Jack Heath has got that right. Congratulations, Jack.
Any
Fantastic
danger of a goal or not?
football knowledge.
I wouldn't have got that still.
We should give him a prize, Jack. We should give
We
him a
should.
prize.
You can have this book. Send us your email address or whatever, and we will send you this book.
He's definitely Googled it. I hate to be cynical, but...
Something like that. So there
More
you go.
questions from you, Dave. Brilliant from Social Corner so far.
quality.
Anything else?
Here we go. Well done. Which player has had a good game today? That's from. That is from Brian Mack, 1988. He said, which player's had a good game today?
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic, Raheem Sterling. Sterling's had a quality game today as well.
Sterling, yeah.
Well, I mean, we're
Anyone in your game?
a little bit of short supply in our feature games, aren't we? I wish
Yeah,
someone would just step up.
Why are
Come
we not
on,
doing Fulham
guys.
Southampton?
Come
We should have
on.
done Fulham Southampton. I said this would be a great game. Both feature games have been.
Oh, yeah, you try titling something
Poor.
Fulham Southampton on YouTube. You see how many
You see
views
how
we
much
get.
you're going to get, mate.
Unbelievable. It's had everything. It's had everything.
I
They're
tell
probably
you,
another goal. Is there...
Liverpool's defence looked absolutely, very assured. Shaqiri has been trying to do bits. It's just Watford defending very well in their own third and offering, nothing up front, to be honest. It's
this Leicester.
Absolutely. The cavalry's
Substitution,
arriving at Manchester
Oh, yeah?
United, yeah.
How have the substitutes-
Yeah, the cavalry's arriving.
How the
Alexis Sanchez is about to bless
Come
the
on, then.
field. That's what I'm
Chris
saying.
tried to ask you 3 questions.
Just
in that,
about to bless the hallowed turf. You know what I mean? How are the substitutions done so far?
Yeah.
I haven't seen...
anything
I
from
haven't
them.
seen... You know what? I was about to
You're watching one
No,
game.
what I was going to say is I haven't seen Fellaini at all. I've seen Marcus Rashford has actually got the ball up to the right-hand side quite a lot more, but I actually haven't seen Fellaini in the game yet. So, but we have got Alexis Sanchez coming in, so...
Hello,
believing
we're in
something
here,
great.
lads. Oh, Mo Salah's, he scored. Is he standing? Oh, he's got a goal. Big Mo. Been a bit of luck at the start of this season. Element of luck there. I think it's bobbled through Foster's legs. But Liverpool, they've been working in that left-hand side, targeting Kiko Firmino, it would appear, the whole game, and it's finally paid dividends. Let's see the build-up play, because I was listening to Dave Poetic before. But that's like
Here
a
he is,
Disney
Chris,
villain
here's
laugh.
the replay.
It's like a
Right, here we go.
Scrappy goal, isn't it? But
So Firmino's been dropping deeper and deeper, and that is a lovely ball to Mane in the left-hand side.
Ben
And
Foster be disappointed with that, I reckon.
I think Foster's probably seen that a little bit late.
Yeah, he has.
Good pace on the cross. It's come through number 15. I think that's Craig Cathcart.
A lovely first-time finish from Mo
Mo Salah.
Straight through Ben Foster. He did see it late. Ben Foster will probably be disappointed he hasn't done better with that, but it's a good finish from Salah, who scored 5 goals against Watford last season, including a 4-goal haul in the 5-0 win at Anfield. So he scored again 52 goals in 69 games for Liverpool before today. He's just scored another. It is Watford 0, Liverpool 1. Still awaiting a going-up feature game, Man United versus Palace. Anything to update us on?
Nothing.
Dave?
Nothing as of yet, to be honest.
Any
with
more
you.
close-ups of Hodgson?
No, there's not that many close-ups, you know, to be honest with you.
He's coming on for Pogba.
Sanchez for Pogba.
Jose.
Happy or sad with that sub?
To be honest with you, it hasn't been Pogba's best
I haven't heard you
game
mention
today,
Pogba once.
to be honest with you. But,
He doesn't look happy, Pogba.
Yeah.
No exchange.
Well, he's not going to be happy coming off, do you know what I mean? And I like that. I like my players not to be happy coming off, do you know what I mean? Especially if we're losing. So... Let's see what Alexis Sanchez can do. He's coming out there, he's put a couple numbers up on his fingers, moving people around a little bit. Let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah. Crystal Palace not won a league game against Man United in over 27 years. Back in May 1991, when they won 3-0 thanks to goals from Ian Wright and 2 goals from John Salako.
What a guy.
Yeah.
What a year that
Palace finished 3rd that season, Man United 6th.
That was an exceptional ball from Firmino, and it goes back to the question we had earlier about the virtues of Firmino dropping deeper, because he's not really a striker. I don't think he's ever scored over 20. Well, he's not scored over 20 league goals. Last season was his best in the league. I think he got 15. But he's a very good attacking midfielder.
This is a nasty injury. This looks in your game.
Oh, yeah.
Man United Palace game.
Absolutely. So Patrick Van Arnholt.
What's Fellaini done now?
No, it's not.
That is bad. That's straight red.
Fellaini is very high and very late on.
The ref saw that the whole way.
The ref's looking at that as well.
The whole way.
That's not Van Arnholt interview.
No, it's not. It's Milivojevic.
Milivojevic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the ref watched that the entire way.
Should that be a red for you? Red card?
It's a bit of a straight leg on the follow-through. I think it's definitely a yellow.
It's definitely a card.
Seen them get off. Giving us rest
Smithy, if that was Moussa Dembele, you'd be going, that's nothing more than a yellow.
I don't know. That is a leg breaker, right? The player's still down. For me, the reason why that could be anticipated as a red is because that is an instant where you can seriously break someone's leg. And you've seen red cards given for a lot worse.
Without a shadow of a doubt. What I'm saying is the ref watched that the entire way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So he hasn't missed it.
Yeah, he hasn't missed it. He hasn't missed it. So
Fellaini's
we'll
the
see his
antithesis
interpretation
of everything I enjoy in football.
You know what I mean?
I don't get why he's become like a cult hero. He's a horrible player on the pitch. He has his qualities, Fellaini, but he's always doing something vicious, isn't he? You don't see that from the Man City boys, and that's why I hope they win the league for the next 10 years.
Get out
Milivojevic is on his feet, so that's good to see. He's limping quite heavily, Crystal Palace's captain, but he still looks in a lot of pain. But thankfully, there's no severe damage. It looks like he's going to carry on. Fellaini's still on the pitch as well. Phil Foden on in the Man City game?
Yeah, it's a regular feature we have on the Football Social, a bit of Phil Foden watch, Smithy, and he's come on sooner rather than later, actually. Obviously, 3-0 season.
This is pretty early for him, isn't it?
Get a maximum of 15 minutes, which is absolutely huge for the lad.
You know when they played last...
Palace are in! Oh!
It's got to be yellow at least.
Tell you what, this is interesting to see what he does here, Ashley Young.
It's definitely a yellow. He knows it's a yellow.
Blatant foul.
Yeah, he knows it's a yellow. He knows he had to.
Young is great at professional foul.
Sanchez has scored the first goal. He's a price.
He takes it on the chin.
Now. Was 10-1. He's now 11-1 with Sky Bet.
Look, he took it on the chin. He's like, I ain't got the pace for that now.
He's lucky there. He's got a covering defender.
Yeah,
because the last man,
very lucky.
You'd give that as red. Luckily, he's got a passing defender. It is a yellow card. And,
mate, sometimes you know you ain't... sometimes you know you ain't got the pace for it. You ain't got the pace for it. You got to take the hit. You had to take the hit. Took it on the chin.
Great bit of defending in my game from Lovren there, somehow winning a free kick. But the important question: are you Team Lovren or Team Ramos?
Are you Team Lovren or are you Team Ramos?
Yeah. Because I mean, the beef has been simmering away, hasn't it?
Oh,
it's not disappeared. So what are you saying? Who do you prefer? I know I prefer my team, but
yeah.
As a bloke?
Free kick.
As a bloke, Will, exactly.
Wow.
It's got to be 7.
It's got to be. It's Ramos for me, mate. Oh.
Here's Alexis.
Yeah, there we go, Alexis.
He's a legend of the game, isn't it, in terms of all that he's done.
Yeah, there you go.
Poor bit of passage from Man United there. We haven't gone to social corner for a while, Dave.
Yeah, people just seem to be loving the show today. So many great comments, you know. Hold on, there's a few people coming through. Dominic Brown has said Team Ramos. Stereja said Team Lovren. I said Lovren. Jamie Cooper, Team Lovren.
Get in there.
Callum SXZ has said Team Lovren. Ramos is a thug. That's not my words. That's
Okay.
Callum's.
Not our words. Yeah.
Will Roberts send Lovren. So you know, it's
quite even.
It's,
Even
it's
split.
very very even.
I spot more of a conversation in the comments than it did on a sofa anyway.
Yeah,
So, guessing.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Looking out for me.
And Airborne Assassins has said Fellaini's as good as you get at United, which is a bit harsh. But
Oh,
Fellaini's as good as it gets.
Who do you support? Who does he support?
he supports
Man United.
Yeah. Oh, there's loads more. Jamie Murray, Team Ramos. Mackenzie, Ramos. Mr. Meow, Ramos. J Fox, Ramos. Then Code Mode is Team Lovren. It is really split. This is 50-50. So this is
Good.
great.
Ironic,
great
both
little,
of them. Love a 50-50, don't they?
yeah.
So
Here we go.
72
Something.
minutes
Come
the
on.
clock.
Give us something.
Give
for the
us
United game.
something,
Give us something.
please.
Feature game. Man United Palace. A
Please.
quick round up of the scores. It is Brighton 1, Leicester 0 thanks to Glenn Murray. Everton are beating Cardiff at home 1-0 thanks to Gylfi Sigurdsson. Game of the day so far. Goals galore at Craven Cottage. Fulham 3, Southampton 2. Stuart Armstrong with 2 belters. But Fulham are in the lead thanks to Alexander Mitrovic with 2 and Andre Schürrle with 1. 0-0 in our feature game. Man United versus Palace. Watford 0, Liverpool 1 thanks to Mo Salah on 67 minutes. And Man City running right against West Ham. 3-0, David Silva, Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané. Any other incidents in your games, Will? Substitution in Everton, Cardiff, by the looks of it?
And Brighton very dangerous here because Leicester have gone absolutely gung-ho trying to get the equaliser, and there's a lot of space, especially if it is Querido down the left-hand side. So it's either going to be 1-1 or Brighton can definitely going to get that breakaway goal. And Andre Schürrle coming off.
Go on.
What? How?
Oh! Big chance for Palace.
Yes.
Was that Andros Townsend?
It was Andros Townsend with the brand new
Roy
hair.
Hodgson looks
How?
fuming.
Past hit the target.
How?
His lid's made it.
How did he get through that?
Recovery.
You know what? The run was amazing, but how did he get through that? Look, it's Matic. Matic with his tired legs. Look, he gets the ball back.
3 times.
Twice, 3 times. That's back on the ball. How?
Oh, my
What is
God.
going on there?
That's
Why
probably.
is he shot with his right foot there?
Should we agree that's probably the best chance of the day?
Yeah, it is, without a shadow of a
Brighton
doubt.
the ones that have been
Right
flagged.
foot.
Look at that.
Go away from him. Interesting. Just bend it round with your left foot around the keeper.
Bend it.
You got to feel for Roy.
Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, you can't buy a point at the moment.
This
can you?
is a classic
3
Man
points.
United.
This is a classic. Yeah, this is
Man United will score in the 89th minute.
Lingard.
Palace have had so many chances. Lingard's off.
Lingard's off, mate.
Yeah, no, so
Can I
good
just
game
say-
though, wasn't it? Eh?
Devastating from a personal point of view that Shaqiri's gone off, so my £3 at 9-1 down the drain. But James Milner's come on, so this will probably finish 1-0 as well.
When the fun stops, yeah?
Yeah. And I've got to say, I've not had fun watching this game at all.
James
chance.
Milner, of course, holds the Premier League record of never being on the losing side of a game that he's scored.
Maybe chance. Oh no.
Good, Dave. Dave Social.
Yep.
Come on, what you got?
No, Sanchez is the greediest player in the Prem from
Who said
Jared
that?
Jacobs.
God.
Jared Jacobs.
Who does Jared Jacobs support?
Are you just offering out all of us?
I just want to know who they are.
It's going right you.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I mean, mate, I'm coming. Get this, Sean, mate.
So I'm gathering you don't agree with that comment, Dave.
Mate, he doesn't play enough to be greedy, mate. He's got to be.
That is a valid point.
he's got-
Trent Alexander standing over a free kick here. Shades of Hoffenheim. Can he bag? Oh! Alexander-Arnold, young player of the year.
Oh, wow.
Look, that was a beautiful
What a free kick, Chris Hamill.
Well done, Alex.
That game has been brought back
I think
to life, mate.
Firmino won the free kick, but a jostling with a Watford player.
Oh,
the replay. But he has curled that top right. Ben Foster didn't even move. Planted like an oak tree.
So it's 2-0, Watford 0, Liverpool 2. Watford playing all right. Liverpool been frustrated in the first half, but goals through Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold make it 2-0. Will, what's going on in your game?
No, I'm just sorry, just counting all the ACCAs that are in.
Oh, were you?
Sorry, yeah.
It was either that or you doing Night Fever. It was one of them.
Having a great afternoon.
Nothing else to report from yours?
No, nothing really at the moment. It's end-to-end of
lovely.
Fulham, Southampton. But yeah, Brighton, Leicester's got all our attention at the moment because Leicester trying to go for it with 10 men, but just not being able to break down the Brighton brick.
Corner for Palace, Dave.
Let's go. Listen, Palace have been knocking.
So many chances. How many chances are Man United going to concede to Crystal Palace?
Mate.
None have gone in the back of the net. You're living dangerously.
Listen, I'm telling you, mate, my heart's on the line here. My heart is actually on the line. It was offside. It was offside there, but listen, you can't be, giving those chances, those opportunities open there. Look, you're out there smiling, again. yeah, top four.
Is that my smile?
That's a smile. yeah.
Question for you: if Man United don't win this game, if they lose today, is top four? Do you still think you can get top four?
Come on, man. It's not, I'm saying no. It's not. Top four is not out.
There's not that much in the balance.
over.
Come on.
Yeah. Look, that's what I'm saying. I know the way you were going to phrase the question before, but when I was like, no, he's like, oh, no, yeah, no.
So no, yes, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Chelsea United!
Martial! Oh!
Tony.
Oh, mate.
Tony Martial came from France. That was a big opportunity. That was a big chance.
It was a big chance. But listen, don't worry.
Listen, Smithy, man.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? That's chance creation there from Alexis Sanchez again. Look at that. Boom.
The one thing we always say, look at this game, because I've been looking at this heavily as well.
Man,
it's very open. Although Palace have probably had the more clear-cut
In the
chances,
second half,
they are quite open at the back as well. So United will create a lot more chances.
They will, and
they're not sitting back, Palace.
Listen, I smell a steal here. A Manchester United, nice,
I do
nice
as well,
little 1-0. You know, might even grab a twoozer. You know what I'm saying? Twoozer.
So, I've got a great question here from Noah Libish, who said, hashtag social corner, will an English player win the Ballon d'Or by 2030?
What? By 2030?
Yeah,
it's a long time.
It's impossible to answer, because, we don't know.
It's a strong 12 years.
So maybe go 2025. We'll give him an extra.
Who are we looking at?
Harry Kane.
Jadon Sancho. Phil Foden. I mean,
Harry Kane's the only, I'd say, world-class player they have at the moment. However, I do think there's a lot of potential
probably, but
players
he's going to be competing with
through.
Neymar and Mbappe for the next 5 years, isn't he? So,
it's true.
No, but in terms of who you'd have as the main player for England
Smithy,
now
no one wins a Ballon d'Or at Spurs, all right, mate?
Hey.
Whoa!
Hey.
No one wins anything at Spurs.
When was the Celtic Ballon d'Or winner?
When was your last Champions League win?
Hey! Hey! Oh my
Just making a
days!
point followed by a loud shout.
That's the formula.
Hey!
How did you last win the League Cup?
Not long ago, actually. Woodgate.
Going back to the question, it's a hard one to answer that, isn't it? By 2030, will an English player win the Ballon d'Or? It's possible to answer, really.
Just say yes, and we'll move on.
What, Harry Kane?
Go on, next.
The thing we don't do in this country.
I don't know if Harry Kane will because of the players in his same. Like you said, the likes of Neymar and Mbappe.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Do you know
I'm
what?
saying if you look at the current...
Yeah, you're saying, he's the standout one.
I mean, unfortunately, it's always a bit of a popularity contest. And if he goes to Real Madrid, they need a point man. They need a number 9. If they've got an extra 80, 90 million knocking around, haven't they, from the Ronaldo sale? And if, you know what, if Spurs' stadium takes any longer to build, then, you know, already in excess of 260 million, like, in terms of overspending, they might have to sell him. So if he goes to Real Madrid next season, brings Real the title, Ballon d'Or, there you go, Harry Kane.
However, isn't Mbappe also going to Real Madrid?
I think Neymar's supposedly going to Real Madrid as well. So.
Isn't everyone meant to be going to Real Madrid?
Yeah, via PSG.
I'm on.
So you're
Exclusive.
Yeah, can't reveal that.
Well, we haven't come to you in a while. Anything to report from your other 4 games?
No, Leicester still knocking on the door. Oh, they got it! Handball! A penalty! He's got to give that! He's giving a penalty!
The fun hasn't stopped, mate!
Every single player watching this now, every single person watching this, explain what's happened in what game.
So the ball was bouncing around Johnny Evans with a straight shot, and it's a former Celtic man, Chris Hamill, with a terrible straight leg, and he's took out, I think it's Wes Morgan.
Has Wes Morgan just flicked it over someone's head? The absolute scenes.
No,
and that is a definite pen.
Yeah,
that is an absolutely abysmal tackle by Baram.
So just a reminder of the score in that one. It is, of course, Brighton 1, Leicester 0. Glenn Murray, the goal after 15. But James Maddison's been sent off. Leicester have a lifeline now.
Come on.
Surely this will be
Jamie.
JV.
Jamie Vardy. Whoa, hang on.
Stay with you, Will Brazier.
Your referee's just had a little barge into him there. Don't know if it's premeditated, but we've moved on. Maybe he knows the acca's on and doesn't want it to happen. But Vardy on as a substitute. Injury doubt. Steps up and scores!
What a penalty!
What a penalty.
Beautiful.
Back of the net. See you later. It is 1-1.
We
See you later. Here you are, Liverpool. Next.
We need a United
So we
goal.
just need a Man United goal and a Leicester goal for
on.
Football Social document to come in.
Can't
Man
take
United
it.
pressing Crystal Palace. 10 minutes to go in that one, and we need a Leicester winner against Brighton.
Oh,
Chris, what happened in your game?
Oh, God. They were countering, Robertson powering down the left. Should have, I think it was Salah trying to put someone in or vice versa. It didn't work out. Now someone's been sent off. The ball incident. Drama.
Henderson.
Absolute theatre.
Henderson has gone.
Theatre at Vicarage Road. Absolute
and Jeffin.
potty mouth. He might have been sent for for some choice language. We don't know.
United are in.
God, it's like a whirlwind of emotion here.
Here is the replay, Chris, for the Henderson sending off.
Okay. It's a second yellow.
It's
a professional foul. I'm not sure why Henderson feels the need to do that at the moment. There's two Watford players in front of Capoue. He's on his own halfway line. He's not the last man. It's a little bit soft.
There's not a lot in that, is there?
But I think he knows what he's doing.
Has he been sent off for that? Is that second yellow? I was going to say.
I think it's a case of totting up the cynical challenges, and he's been given his marching orders.
Tell you what, if Watford get that one now, if we get one now,
Jurgen Klopp did not look happy with that sending off to Jordan Henderson. It is, of course, Watford 0, Liverpool 2 at Vicarage Road. But that sending off might just change things a little bit. Not long left in that game. 8 minutes left in your game, Dave. It's still 0-0 in our feature game.
Mate, listen, we've been having crosses, corners, chances, but they're just bodies upon bodies in that box. Just not able to get through. Just not able to get through so far, mate.
Leicester goal.
It's tight. It's tight in there.
Chance for United. Ball's whipped in.
Shot on target, though. Step in the right direction.
Oh, mate. Good one for the stats.
Yeah.
Topping up the stats there.
Expected goals going through the roof at the moment.
Chance for Lukaku. This is the replay. It's a good save from Anderson.
Very good save.
Didn't generate as much power as he perhaps would have liked, Lukaku, but it's a good save nonetheless.
He's leaning
Man
back,
United are turning on the pressure in that one.
No, I'm watching United for the last 8
Will,
minutes.
anything going on in your game? Brighton, Leicester. Big last 5 minutes in that game, 1-1.
Yeah, they're coming forward very much so. There's a substitution on now. I don't know, number 10 for Brighton.
Chance for United.
Ball's whipped in! But yeah, they're very much going for the 3 points. But Southampton are in here in the area. Still 3-2, remember, in that one, only one goal in it. But it's gone out for a goal kick.
We need a Leicester goal because United always score late, so we're not worried about that game. It's the Leicester games where we need the winner.
This is a really poor for Brighton because they need. I mean, last season they're heavily reliant on their home form to survive, and conceding to 10-man Leicester, Houghton's going to be absolutely beside himself.
Fuming, if anything.
Oh, Leicester in here as well.
Go on, spread the ball wide.
I'm abandoning the Liverpool game. I'm done.
Oh, that's great defender.
He's gone rogue.
That's our ball. That's our ball.
Oh, Tony. Oh, was that handball? No,
that's ours.
Just speculating, aren't I? Just
so much going on,
totally
Smithy,
unfounded.
Action-packed, if anything, Smithy.
Trevor Brooker doesn't look happy in the West Ham Man City game. West Ham 3-0 down. Anything positive to say about West Ham at all, Will?
They had a shot there at the post in the first half.
That's
one, Will.
To answer your question in a word, no. Oh, Leicester with a shot. Iheanacho's on. I tell you what, they've got Iheanacho. I think they've got Diakate on as well, and they've got Jamie Vardy's Leicester.
Small margins.
Don't know where to look.
So much going on in all these games. Goals galore we've seen in all the games except our feature game.
Where do we think there's going to be a bit of last-minute drama?
Definitely Old Trafford. It's going to be
Man United has to be.
I reckon,
and it will come off Fellaini's chin or something.
I think we're all in agreement. We think Man United are destined to score a last-minute goal, and we're expecting the finest cheeky sport Dave moment in history.
Listen, I'm telling
if this happens, you got something planned?
Yeah, mate. Derek Chisora.
Just put me through this table.
Starts lobbing bottles.
You glassed me.
85th minute, Man United 0, Palace 0.
There's a little pixie left, I will. He's gone.
Just updating the Championship, Hull 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds 1, Bristol City 0, Millwall 0, Bolton 1, Preston 3-1 up against Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Derby 2, Stoke 2, QPR 2, Norwich are 4-1 up at Swansea, and it's 0-0 between Wigan and Reading. Earlier result was Rotherham 2, Sheffield United 2.
Big game in the Championship tomorrow as well, Dave.
Your man's on.
Go on.
Big game in the Championship tomorrow as well, Smithy.
We've gone 85 minutes without any Birmingham chat. Here we go. Go on.
Well, it's actually featured on Sky Sports, so watch it live or on demand. Aston Villa versus Birmingham City, the second City derby.
It is a big game, that, to be
It's a huge game.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
So how do you think you'll get on?
I think, yeah, we may be the smaller club, but the last time Aston Villa won a trophy, my mum still had a perm, my dad was still cool, and Woolworths was still open. So
there you go.
Yeah, clip that out and put it out.
We may not do that. Chance for Watford just wide. They have looked a little bit more lively since that sending off to Henderson, but I mean, they've got to do something pretty special now, Chris, haven't they?
Your
4 minutes to go.
man Fabinho is on, Will, and he's growing something on his chin. He looks a little bit like Tutankhamun.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I'm not quite sure what that is on his...
Do you know why I dislike him even more?
Chin.
I dislike him even more because he's a centre midfielder wearing number 3.
It's unacceptable, yeah.
What's going on? Oh, Brighton.
That's like Asamoah Gyan.
Oh, don't
wearing
get
number
me
3 as well.
That should be a 3-match ban.
I was watching AC Milan the other day. Their numbers are an absolute mess as well. Get that sorted, you know, to the powers that be at AC Milan.
Excuse me, sort that out.
Franck Kessié in midfield, 90-something. Oh. Come on, we're not playing Football Manager, lads. Don't accept it.
Dave Jackson, let's go to social
I
corner.
have got a scoreline from Germany coming out of here. Bayern Munich conceded a last-minute equaliser against Dusseldorf at home, so it's 3-3 that game. So that's
things go very well for Dortmund.
Dortmund
already
they were 7 points ahead going into this game week, and I'll tell you what, the pressure is on Kovac. They will not, the powers that be will not be, the axe is already hanging over Kovac.
Leicester are in, sorry! Mark on Brighton! Oh, nearly an own goal!
Sharky Mark.
On the subject of big results today as well, in the European football, Real Madrid.
Yes, 3-0.
3-0.
What a weekend of football, what a feast.
Yeah.
Glorious time to be alive.
Andros Townsend has just been subbed in the game against Man United. There was a chance for Leicester. What happened, Will?
Yeah, Marco Brighton, low cross into the area, but I think it was Duffy to clear it. And I thought it was a corner, but Brighton back on the attack already. Hang on.
Oh, Leicester. Oh, Brighton.
Swing it in. Swing it in, you idiot. Oh, it's a goal kick. You've got to put the cross in there. They're down to 10 men. They've got a chance to score.
And people think he's a nice guy.
Well, when the hacker's on the line, I get a bit...
Watford piling on the pressure against Liverpool. The damage is cleared.
A mazy run there from Decore.
Robertson has left him.
Robertson's probably been man of the match. He probably had the most touches for Liverpool. And he's
got a score.
What a save! Oh, hello. Firmino, as he snuck in there, is that standing?
Goal for Liverpool! Christopher
OK, so they won a corner after a mazy run from Decore, but they broke. Jurgen Klopp, the German Labrador, has absolutely lost his head on a side.
We'll come to you in a minute, Dave. Big chance for Man United. Chris just took us through the goal.
OK,
Robertson's a great save.
Robertson's put it across for Mane. Mane's blasted it down the middle of the goal. Relatively good height for Foster, but he still made a smart save. Firmino there to poke it in at the back post, and he's deserved the goal as well. He's been very selfless this game, Smithy.
Chance for Man United, Dave. What happened?
Beautiful crossball ball sent in. Somehow made its way to Marcus Rashford. Look, just taken off him right before he could strike.
I think
corner. And result on corner resulted in absolutely nothing.
Just watching that goal again, it's a fantastic original save from Ben Foster, but the ball is in the back of the net. It's 3-0 Liverpool. Game, set, and match in that one. Anything going on in the other 4 games? Everton, Cardiff?
Just looking at it, thought Cardiff might have had a penalty, but it's actually a free kick very close outside the area, in swinging, and in it comes, and it's over the bar. Brighton on the attack, though, it's still 1-1 there. Cleared. Oh, very cool casual defending there by the right back, and Leicester will fight for another day.
Can you name the only team who hasn't scored from a set piece this season, lads?
Fulham.
Say it again.
Can you name the only team who hasn't scored from a set piece this season?
I know this. It is
Yosso Benio?
Probably. We were sent the same stat pack, so I don't say.
Huddersfield?
No, it's Palace.
No, it's
You're
Palace,
wrong.
yeah.
You want another pointless stat?
Yep,
go on. Man United have never lost when Chris Smalling scored. I saw that on the stat pack.
Yeah, correct.
The red line straight through that.
He's like, I'll have that.
And he should have scored today, Dave.
Yeah, he should have.
Big chance.
Wilfried Zaha's coming off.
Zaha's coming
there
off.
goes Crystal Palace's any chance.
Yeah, because listen, they're trying. This is time-wasting tactics. All time wasting.
Sorry, mate.
All time wasting.
And he's walking off very slowly, to echo your point.
Very demure.
Gingerly.
What's happened?
Leicester City could have won it. Iheanacho on as a substitute. Left-footed shot, centre of the goal, outside the area, and he's dragged it just past the keeper on his right-hand side. Look at this. I thought it was going in the bottom corner, but it's gone
Good
wide.
little... A rasping strike there,
A wasping strike,
A
yeah.
wasping?
A
No, that's
daisy
not-
cutter.
that's not a word.
A wasping.
Rasping.
Wasping.
You developed a lisp in the last part.
Well, it's been a strenuous day. But yeah, still 1-1 there.
All right,
So Jordan Ayew is on, I believe, for Wilfried Zaha and that one. Jordan Ayew not scored in his last 15 appearances, started 7 of the last 9 Premier League games. Awful. So not on a great run of form for him, but...
No, the last few teams he's played for have all been relegated. No, that's the stat.
You want Vardy?
You know,
Underneath him.
Not very positive ones.
Corner, it's got to be.
Okay.
Right.
listen, mate,
Last 3 minutes then at United, is
Substitution
it?
in your game,
last 3
Camel?
minutes.
You say my game, I've given up now. I'm watching Manchester United versus Brighton. We know what...
He's gone rogue.
What's happening at Vicarage Road. Yol Matip getting a run out, so...
On for Firmino. Come on for Firmino.
On
Come on, United.
probably unnecessary, but away we go.
Oh, was that hands?
Oh.
United, come on then.
Pleading for a free kick on the edge of the box, not given.
That. That's not bad.
Listen, mate, this is getting hella dirty.
So a lot of games evenly poised. Brighton, Leicester is 1-0. Everton is just 1-0 up against Cardiff. Fulham 3-2 against Southampton. Watford, Liverpool is over 3-0. West Ham, Man City is all but over 3-0. Man United, Palace 0-0.
Come on.
Oof. Come on then, Alexis Sanchez. Do us a favour.
The 90th minute in most of our games.
Can
Man United score an injury time winner?
Mate,
a famous Fergie time goal
honestly,
under
mate,
Jose Mourinho.
Listen, we need it.
It's not boding well that you just can't...
You
Severe
can't get
lack
the
of
ball forward,
options
mate.
for a man on the ball, and...
I think Man
Played
United
long
will
to
score.
Fellaini.
I think you're going to score, Dave. I've got a feeling
think
Man
so?
United are going to score.
Mate, we've got like 58 seconds, mate, to do it. We ain't even got the ball.
I might go back to watching with Liverpool. This is absolute dross.
Oh, I think Lindelof's got cramp, by the way.
Yeah, he does, because he's holding his thigh right there.
Chance for Bristol Palace! Go on! Oh, it's not a
Bristol Palace.
Good. Get the ball down. Get the ball down. Get it out.
He's got cramp here, look.
Oh, God, I thought you were giving a penalty at the thing.
Yeah, he's definitely got cramp.
So we're just waiting on Leicester for the Aka to come in, right?
No, United as well.
Oh,
as well.
United!
Cheeky fault,
Have a
Dave.
day off.
He's got cramp, but he can't stop. He can't stop playing. You can't. We ain't got the time for you to have cramp right now. You ain't got the time.
Just get off the pitch.
Ball is lobbed forward from Man United. Last chance.
Oh!
It is in the hands of Wayne Hennessy. We are approaching the 93rd minute.
It's done.
Is Lukaku flicking it onto
We're
Chris
done
Smalling there? Is that your...
Oh, what a save.
We are done out here.
What a save.
Chance
Chance
for
for Man
City.
City.
Chance for City.
Say
No.
no.
Sane.
It's got
Southampton,
no written all over it.
Oh,
Goal for Man City.
Might
Will
be offside.
Fraser.
No, it's a goal.
They're that casual, it's like a friendly there.
Yeah.
Sane's put it in and it's 4-0 to them.
What
But Southampton had a really good chance. I think it's the young lad Opafemi's on. And he got in the 6-yard box, shot saved, and it's still 3-2 to Fulham.
And this is the goal for Man City. Replay's in now.
Yeah, Jesus with the ball across. Sane low drive.
So
Pressed on the line, but it was too powerful for him. 4-0.
Come on, get the ball up.
It's a league game. If that was me, I'd be doing a lap of the pitch. And it's got a good 800-metre track, let's not forget that. 400 metres.
Sane's just...
Get the ball up the
No
field.
one challenging him in the box there. That's...
What's happened to Leicester here?
Free kick for Man United.
Get the
inside
ball
their
up
own
the
half.
field. This is it. This
Sanchez
is
gonna
it.
lump it forward. No, he's
No,
not.
come
He's
on,
playing
man.
short.
What are you
Surely
doing?
Just get it up the field.
Get the ball up the field.
I'll go long.
Here it goes. Last chance for Man United. Surely we're approaching the 94th minute now.
handball from
It
Romelu.
is cleared, but the referee's
He's playing on.
still playing.
Come on then,
He's looking
Palace.
washed. He's still not blown his whistle.
Let's just have a goal, please.
Go on, there's
Palace
the
in
space.
possession now.
We're done out here. We are done out here. It's my heart.
Oh, God.
I'm done.
Look at Lindelof.
Lindelof's got severe cramp. but he's-
How has he been outpaced by a man who can't walk? How's that happen?
Free kick for
that's it, I
Palace
think.
just on the
done.
halfway line.
Chance for Brighton in the area. Oh, it's bouncing around. They should have got a shot off, and they might do. Oh,
It's gone down.
yeah,
pinball wizard.
Brighton is still recycling the ball. It's gone all the way to the right-hand side. Can they get a cross in?
is it hands?
Handball!
No.
Not given.
No,
Still
referee
playing
the
on.
way.
Still got a
They're
chance
still
to cross
playing
it.
as well in
No
Man United
cross.
Palace.
Corner for Brighton. Will the keeper come up? Fingers
That's full
crossed.
time.
There is the
That's the
full-time
African, mate.
whistle.
Calamity.
These are the scenes at Old Trafford.
Calamity.
It finished Man United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Jose Mourinho and Roy Hodgson shaking
Nah.
hands. Both teams had the ball in the back of the net. Both teams were denied a goal for offside. It's another missed opportunity. More drop
Shocking.
points for Man United. Jose Mourinho in his pre-match press conference says he expects Man United to be in the top 4 come January, but it's more points dropped. And Palace had their chances as well, Dave.
Mate, listen, Jose did the math, said 24 points, mate. I said the first 3 of those 24 coming today. Mate, how can we buckle at the first hurdle, mate? There's 21 points out of 24 left to get, mate.
Disappointed, aren't you?
Shocking. Disappointed. Crushed. Soul destroyed.
I mean,
It's all over at the Olympic Stadium, so it's a bad day for one side of Manchester Man United, but it's been a brilliant day. Another emphatic day for Man City. 4-0 winners away from home. David Silva after 11 minutes, Raheem Sterling after 19, and Leroy Sané with 2 after 34 minutes and 1 in the 93rd minute. It is also all over at Watford in our second feature game. Watford performed pretty well in the first half, 0-0 for long periods of the game, until Mohamed Salah broke the deadlock after 67 minutes. Trent Alexander-Arnold scored after 76. Fantastic free kick. And Roberto Firmino in the 89th minute made it Watford 0, Liverpool 3. Liverpool pile the pressure on Manchester City. It's another big win for Jurgen Klopp's boys as he embraces goal scorer Trent Alexander-Arnold. Game of the day. It's all over at Craven Cottage. Ranieri's got his first win in charge in his first game for Fulham. Stuart Armstrong with 2 goals, including an absolute humdinger for Southampton. But it's 2 goals for Alexander Mitrovic and Andre Schürrle to give Fulham all 3 points. Huge game, huge win. And look at the scenes at Craven Cottage. They are going crazy. Big win for Claudio Ranieri, and it's a big win for Fulham.
A few people tuning in now at the full-time whistle, Smithy, so maybe we should take some questions. And I'm presuming they're all here just to see, you know, the existential despair of Cheeky Sport Dave.
We can in a bit. Full-time at Brighton, though, it's just gone. It's 1-1, that's finished, which has ruined our accumulator slightly. Glenn Murray, after 15 minutes, opened the scoring, another goal, another great season that he's having. Jamie Vardy with a penalty after 79 minutes. Leicester down to 10 men following James Maddison's sending off. So that game has ended. Brighton 1, Leicester 1. And it's also ended at Everton. Not a classic game, this one, but Gylfi Sigurdsson with the only goal of the game after 59 minutes to give Everton all 3 points. All of our games have finished. Goals galore today. It's been a brilliant day. 6 Premier League games. Whew.
Goals in every game besides our feature
We
game.
can catch our breath.
Mate,
Dave,
I'm listening.
feature game. Thoughts?
Look at the sadness in those eyes.
I'm crushed. I'm complete. Listen, devastated. I can't even speak.
Mate, just go and
I need some serious console.
someone bring the dumbbells out.
Someone needs to console me.
Get an emergency session in.
I'm telling you, mate. So just bring the bench out, bring the barbell out. Do you know what I mean? And let me hit some sets.
OK, we'll let you recover from that. It feels like a loss for you, doesn't it, the way you're reacting?
Mate, of course it feels like a loss, mate. 0-0 at home. Shocking. Absolutely
Europa
shocking.
League alarm bells ringing. This
Mate,
is...
No. We're winning the Champions League, mate.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that.
Christ.
We beat
They're
you,
winning the Champions League.
beat
Let's
Juve.
look at you think in the comments. Dave, speaking of comments, what have we got on social media?
Evian has said 2 points drop for Palace. Red Chronic has said dry your eyes, Dave. Sorry, mate. So yeah, there's a few little comments about
So
that.
the theme of the comments tends to be people
Have
liking
a
the
little
Man
dig.
United result.
Yeah, have a little dig. There's a few all saying Jose's a dead man walking. Do you think that's fair?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Do you think it's time for him to go? I think it's still probably a bit too early.
I think he sees out the season. Who is the exceptional candidate
That's
out there
what
to
I'm-
replace
that's
him?
it.
That is what it is. There isn't one. So,
Which is fortunate for him. I mean, I've been pro Jose this whole time. I mean, he should be getting more out of the players he's got at current. He didn't get all of his targets, which must be a source of frustration, but still spent, they've spent $1 billion in the last 10 years, so don't really have much return for it, kind of in the same sort of scenario where 2 or 3 years ago, where the starting centre-backs, maybe still not good enough, still not developed a partnership there, which has been pretty key. But, I mean, a lot of people have been calling for Zidane. Antonio Conte's free, I guess. There's some more outlandish shouts out there like Leonardo Jardim, who's left Monaco, but no one that I guess you're clamouring for.
no. Man United need to decide, look, they went with Jose Mourinho because they thought to themselves, well, let's get some success, some instant success in. And to be fair on him in his first
has won
season...
silverware,
exactly,
hasn't he?
to be fair on him in his first season... Although we finished 6th. You smiling? You got a little smirk on like you've been. You got a little smirk on like you've been winning.
He's going to bench you in a minute.
You ain't been winning nothing. What are you smiling? What's he smiling? Why is he not smiling?
Playing today, Dave.
I don't know why you got a smile and he's smiling like
Spurs aren't playing now. We're playing shortly. We're not playing right now, so we're going to be talking more about Man United and what went wrong for them. But Spurs play Chelsea, of course, huge game coming up.
Huge, massive game. But look, the truth of the matter is, he did well and he did pretty decently in his first season. He won some silverware, won a European trophy. But it hasn't really kicked on since then. Second season, got second, didn't really get any sort of plaudits from getting second, although you don't win nothing for getting second. You know what I mean? He was heavily lambasted for coming second, and teams that, finished third, fourth, fifth were given more praise than Manchester United in that regard.
Is it adding to the frustration for Man United fans, not just the way Man United performed this season, but the fact that Liverpool and Man City, your 2 biggest rivals, are performing so well?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Listen, if they were playing garbage, then it wouldn't be as bad. Of course, it would always be terrible because Manchester United are supposed to be there. But the truth of the matter is, it's a calamity.
You're now 14 points behind Manchester City.
Yeah.
Just wanted to state that.
Just wanted to state that.
Just put it out there.
14 points.
14.
Right, let's have a look at the accumulator and find out how we got on. We got the Fulham result right. We didn't get the next result right. We got the Everton result right. The Liverpool result we got correct, and we got the Man City result. Cheeky Sport Dave let us down with Man United. Unfortunately, he went home when it was 0-0.
I'm sure that is what you're most livid about right now.
We're about to
Dave Jackson
telling you,
went
mate.
away win. Leicester nearly came in. Leicester, by the sound of it, had a few chances. Didn't. So this is confirmation of the table. Man City stay top. 35 points from 13 games. Look at that goal difference, plus 35. Liverpool's win sees them remain in second, 33 from 13. Chelsea third, Tottenham fourth. They play each other very shortly. Huge game. Arsenal in fifth. Let's have a look at the bottom of the table. Fulham are off the foot of the table thanks to that win against Southampton. Claudio Ranieri's first win in his first game. Huddersfield rock bottom, 7 from 12. Cardiff make up the bottom 3.
Is it a great source of frustration for you as a United fan, seeing how quickly Maurizio Sarri has come in and taken Chelsea from this defensively minded Conte system to this free flow and attacking football with barely any signings? It's got to be said. And then when you hear Mourinho say stuff like, I've not got the right personnel, I need more time, I need to spend more money, are you thinking that, well, if Sarri can do it in such a short space of time and show a clearer philosophy, then where is the direction from Mourinho? Where are we going?
Yeah, you know what, to be honest with you, that should be, but it's not. That's definitely not a source of frustration because there are two different clubs that operate largely in two different ways. Manchester United have been a club that have been used to continuous success under one defined manager. Chelsea's success has come from the ship-shaping of managers. So that is in their makeup, that's in their blueprint, that's in their DNA, that's in their identity. Their teams have gone from 7th but winning the Champions League in that same season. Their teams have gone from finishing 10th one season and then winning the Premier League the next season. That's part of the makeup of the club.
Do you think that's a model that United will adopt now that seemingly, Ferguson and Arsene Wenger were anomalies, weren't they? They're things of the past now, people that have this omnipotence over the club that run things from top to bottom for 15, 20 years at a time, and now, you cycle...
Time's changed. Time's changed. They have to.
Chelsea have been so successful in the recent years.
They're going to have to switch up. I don't think that's what they largely want. I don't think that's what their vision is or their dream is. Their dream is that somebody will come in and love the club and the job and be able to do... You
pride yourself on being having that sustainable sort of that model and your managers being there for a certain amount of time and nurturing talent. That's all in United's identity. But is that a little bit outdated now?
Listen, we're just waiting for Poch. That's it.
Your alarm's going
off. Waiting for Poch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry, hold 1 second. What's that?
Well, I think Poch might actually go to Real Madrid.
Well, they've tied down their
just to bring this back to
just to bring it back to Spurs.
Just to bring this back to Spurs.
Not worried one bit.
Okay, fair enough.
He's more likely to go to Real Madrid than United, though. I can see.
Sure you don't.
I thought you could say something.
Don't know, mate.
What is it to be said right now? I suppose.
Listen, to be honest,
absorbing this loss, right?
All it is just absorbing the loss.
You didn't actually
breathing it in. Yeah, it's basically a loss. It's a loss. It's an L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's absorbing it, breathing it in, and then just getting ready to play Champions League during this week. You know what I mean?
You've got young boys, right?
We've got the young guys.
So that's a decent team to bounce back again.
Saying that, though, if you don't bounce back a bit, you look at it two ways. It's a good team to play because you can bounce back, but there's actually a lot of pressure on that game because you're expected to win.
Yeah,
if you're playing Juventus, he's not expected to win. It's almost like a bonus, you get a result.
But
I find sometimes
we're always
if you play young boys next, if that doesn't go for Jose Mourinho, that result...
No matter what happens, we're always...
Trouble.
As Man United, we're always expected to win. And when I say we're always expected to win, I don't just mean it in terms of Man United fans. I mean even the wider public view it in the sense of no matter who beats us, it's banter. Because we're expected to win. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if we lost to Juve when we went to go play them out in Turin, the banter would have been flowing. Even though Juve is tipped to be the team to win. Yeah, exactly. Without a shadow of a doubt. So it doesn't matter. Regardless, the pressure is on. And like I said, the pressure is on more. Yeah. So if we definitely do lose.
The pressure is on. Any last thoughts for social media, Dave?
They're saying that Sam Allardyce is available if they need
Oh, my...
On that note, brilliantly, we love this part of the show. It is the best of today's football social. Here it is. Hello, welcome back to the Football Social with Sky Bet. Following a week off, do you agree with what Mourinho said?
First and foremost, brilliant mathematics. 8 times 3, 24. Spot on.
Go! The back, but it doesn't catch on.
And then Silva was there just to flick it past the keeper.
Pressure.
Right off the top of his receding hairline.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what you do with a chicken, you know what I mean, or a piece of meat? You know what I mean? You marinate it, you let it sit for a minute, and then when it goes in the oven, bang! Oh! Yes!
Chore dog. Who let the chore dog out?
I mean, the corner score!
And how long do you marinate things for?
Be one with the
60,
meat.
mate.
Meat Tro's on fire. Your defence is terrified.
It's like,
1-0.
Oh, come on, Lukaku! Lukaku's still wearing the jeans and the Timberlands.
Oh, Liverpool have just hit the post.
Fantastic save from Alex McGregor.
McGregor.
No, McCarthy. Striker, what a goal!
Scores belters all the time.
Going back to the quiz, who's the other Premier League manager?
Yaka's back on.
Oh, Mo Salah's he scored it.
Vardy on as a substitute. Injury doubt. Steps up and scores! Goal!
Come on, man, what are you doing? Someone needs to console me.
Get an emergency session in.
I'm Hey!
Great stuff.
Hey!
Hashtag football social.
Listen, that's editing extraordinaire. Beautiful.
Yeah, good edit. Good. Did you
He
enjoy
almost
it,
made
David?
it look
Mate,
like
I
it was a
loved it.
decent match.
I swear down, mate. I was like, hold on. Woo.
What game is this?
Yeah, I mean.
That is all we had time for. Cheeky Sport Dave, always a pleasure having you on the show. Did you enjoy it despite the result?
Absolutely loved it. Loved the banter in the comments as well. You lot are absolutely brilliant.
You coming
Love
back on?
you all. Oh, listen, whenever you want me, man, let me know I'm here. You know what I mean?
Pleasure having you on. Hamill, brilliant as always.
Thanks,
Enjoy
mate.
your game, Watford Liverpool. Good game in the end.
Yeah, why not?
Dave Jackson, social media. We had good questions though, didn't
that
we?
was great questions, mate. You know, cheers for... Yeah, cheers, mate. It was fun. It was fun. It was really
It was good.
As
And
always.
Will Brazier, as always. Can I just say, as always, superb in that armchair role. Superb.
Quality.
That is all we've got time for. We'll be back next Sunday for a Derby Day special, the Football Social special. We will see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.